It's October 24th, 2025. I am at Joel Pearl, thejoelpearl.com on Blue Sky, and it's time to get in the weeds. Fabulous Friday morning. We're here. We're clear. The World Series starts tonight. It's Toronto, baby. Dodgers, Blue Jays. We open it up. See how it goes. Jeremy Lambert's here. He's ready for another day. How you doing, buddy?
Well, I am looking forward to the World Series tonight. There's basketball as usual tonight. There's hockey as usual tonight, but I'm excited for the World Series. I'm hoping it's a competitive series. I'm rooting for the Blue Jays just because I like their team. I like Vlad. The Dodgers won last year. I don't need to win again. I'm rooting for the Blue Jays. I think the Dodgers will win though. But I'm looking forward to the games itself. I gotta watch SmackDown tonight, unfortunately.
In the hockey realm, I've got nothing. I'm pretty sure actually the Leafs are playing the Sabres. They're in Buffalo. I was going to say all of the Toronto teams have moved any home games they have to be outside of the World Series playing hours, which doesn't really matter because the games all start at 8 p.m. whichever coast you're on. So they did some stuff. Sens and Ducks play Saturday at 5 and 7 respectively. So it'll be a nice tight weekend for me. No other wrestling other than Halloween Havoc, I guess.
Yeah, Halloween Havoc. I keep forgetting that show is tomorrow. I'm like,
Probably
oh yeah, that's a show that exists. I think it's a fine show on paper. I'm looking forward to tricking Ricky. We talked about that a lot yesterday on the show when with Cam joining us. The rest of the show, I'm like, all right, sure. These are matches that exist on this show. We shall see what happens.
Yeah, I'm not really jumping for anything here. I know that the one of the stories from this week was whether or not the Hardys and Dark State match would be a cinematic event. Note Matt Hardy said on his podcast that it's not. It's just he didn't say a glorified street fight, but I'm saying it's a glorified street fight. It's going to be a trick or street fight is what it is because they didn't want to do cinematic, and it's it does take away from the arena.
Yeah, Jensen and I talked about. I don't know. I did a lot of podcasting yesterday. Yeah, Jensen and I talked about that yesterday of what kind of match it would be, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be a street fight because they don't want to do a cinematic match live because most of the cinematic matches that happened took place during the pandemic when there was no live crowd, and so it was easier to get, or they were on taped shows, so it was easier to get away with it. Then I thought maybe there would be some elements of like it starts off cinematic and then transitions live. Doesn't seem like it'll be that way. Shout out to John Alba though. So I listened to the whole Matt Hardy podcast, and as I say all the time, I think Matt's podcast is really good. I think John Alba does a great job. they've been doing it for a while now, so they clearly have like a good rapport, and John can really joke around and pull stuff out of Matt that a normal interviewer isn't going to be able to pull because of their relationship and everything. And I'm listening to the show last night, and at one point, Alba says, "I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here." And for those that don't know or don't remember, Alba was on our show Wednesday. He was on our show Wednesday. He popped on. And he left because he had to go record the Matt Hardy podcast. So I'm listening to the show, and he had a couple references that popped me during the show. So I'm texting him. I was like, oh, this popped me. I was like, I'm taking you saying in the weeds as a shout out to us. And he's like, yeah, that probably is true because I just did your show and then recorded this. So it was probably on my mind. I was like, yep, I knew it was. So I'm taking that as a shout out to us. Everyone go listen to the Matt Hardy podcast though. Again, it's very good. And Matt has some good insight when it comes to really, Matt's involved with everything. He's been through everything. So Matt has good insight when it comes to stuff. I don't care about, CM Punk should win the world title. I think Chris Jericho is going to go back to WWE. He's done everything in AEW. Like, as people know, I do not care about the opinions of wrestlers on current wrestling unless they are actually involved in whatever they're doing with it. I care about Matt's thoughts on the AI that was used in the Broken Hardy thing, which he talked about. I care about the stuff he's doing. I don't care about the opinion stuff. Like, hey, Matt, let's talk about the news. But I know a lot of people do, and I know that creates a lot of headlines. And again, I think John does a good job of navigating all of that. So go listen to the Matt Hardy podcast. Praise John Alba. Everyone send John Alba nice messages. Tell him you think he does great work. Reiterate you think he does great work. Everyone message John Alba right now and just say, I want to reiterate I have a ton of respect for you. Everyone just message John Alba that right now.
Remind him of his work in 2023. Just
Yes.
let him know.
I really enjoyed what you did in 2023. I want to reiterate, I have a great amount of respect for you.
He is at John Alba. There's no H in his name. So just get it right. JONALBA. Yes, it's a great podcast, Matt Hardy podcast. Go check it out. They not only is Matt very well learned in the professional wrestling, is very experienced in it, but also he's still involved. He's still wrestling. So for him to be able to give his thoughts on what he's up to and some of the things that happened in his life in wrestling is really, really important. And like you said, he and John have a bond. They have a friendship more than just a relationship podcaster to host. So it's nice when the comfort level is there. And the best part of any interview, podcast, whatever, is when you just kind of forget that you're live or that the cameras are rolling, and that can create some of the best content available. So yeah, good to go keep up with that. But sometimes when the cameras are rolling, you don't want to be Titus O'Neil. We'll get to that in a second. Go ahead. Leave a thumbs up if you haven't already. Get your thumbs up on the video. Your pyro, your ballyhoo, you're welcome here. We love you here. Get your thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Free 99. We're climbing. Clips every day. Shorts every day. We're doing it. We're keeping y'all abreast of the situations. We're doing everything we can. Abreast. Is that going to get us demonetized?
Abreast?
Abreast. It's one word. It's together. Abreast.
There's two of them typically.
Typically, yes. Unless you watch that one movie where there's three. Fifth Element.
Yeah, the name just was not coming. I could picture everything. I'm like, Chris Tucker's in it, Bruce Willis is in it, and the name just would not come to me. But yes, Fifth Element. Well, there was the Jay and Silent Bob movie with the third nipple. Who had the third nipple?
Lots of people.
Yeah.
Seems to be a thing that Krusty has a superfluous third nipple. Oh, maybe it was Total Recall. Was it Total Recall?
No, it was Fifth Element.
It was Fifth Element.
I think Jules is wrong. Sorry, Jules. I'm pretty sure you're wrong though.
Was
it Total Recall?
Fifth Element was because she had the white, really strappy outfit that was very showy.
Was there not three breasts in Fifth Element?
No, I think if there was, it was.
Oh, we're wrong.
Could be. Sometimes it happens. Anyway, while you're leaving that thumbs up and saying how great we are, and telling us
we're idiots, clearly.
Chat, Jesus, we get it. God. Fifth Element is Chris Tucker. But anyway, donate a super chat saying Total Recall. How about that? If you're going to tell us we're wrong, you better pay for it. Okay. And maybe send a super chat that says Jules was right or something. I don't know. Just,
Yeah, Jules is right. Hashtag Joel and Jeremy are wrong because I thought it was Fifth Element as well. You can leave me out of it, though. Joel's the one who said it first. I was, for some reason, agreeing with him. That was my mistake. I shouldn't have agreed with Joel. I shouldn't have assumed Joel was right.
The worst part of paying attention to a chat is that they're all watching it in different increments. So in 40 minutes, one random person's going to be like, oh, no, that's Total Recall. We'll be like, Jesus Christ, you just start watching. Those are the best. Anyway, Titus O'Neil speaks to TMZ.
Let's talk more about breasts. Who cares about Titus O'Neil?
Well, what he said was basically a big old titty slap. He says, I feel safer in Saudi Arabia than I do in a lot of places in the United States. Jeremy, have you heard this?
Okay, hold on.
Okay, you want to give the full?
I want to give some context at the very least. So Titus
quote.
Well, the quote's very long. No one needs to read the whole quote. Titus was talking to TMZ, and they asked him about WrestleMania going to Saudi and everything. And yeah, Titus said, I feel safer in Saudi Arabia than I do in WWE. So Titus has been to Saudi plenty of times. He was in famously the greatest Royal Rumble when he tripped and nearly lost his limbs going underneath the ring there. Fortunately, that wasn't as bad as it maybe could have been. But he said, I feel safer in Saudi Arabia than I do in most places or a lot of places in the United States. In the U.S., when you have the mindset of we're the greatest country in the world, and we are a great country, but people don't move to the U.S. because we're the greatest country. They move because we have the greatest amount of opportunity. The biggest difference between places overseas and the U.S. are morals and convictions. They actually live by theirs, whether you like them or not. They're going to pray 5 times a day. They're going to stop, and whether anyone likes it or doesn't. You don't hear about mass shootings in Saudi, China, Japan. If people had a chance to go to Saudi, their views would change dramatically. I'm not saying they get it all right, but we don't get it all right either. For us to go out of Saudi, when I went there the first time, people had all these negative things to say, and there were a whole lot of scare tactics. In my hotel room, it's 1 a.m, and I see kids running around the beach. Kids. I get up the next morning, ask my driver, are you guys not worried about some of these kids getting sexually assaulted or beaten or brutalized or kidnapped? And they said no, because it's an automatic death sentence. Kids are safe over there, while kids are not safe in the United States. And then he gives the lines of, it's business, we're changing the culture, you got to go there to be part of the change. Women couldn't do anything when we first went over there. Now women can do plenty. And he did have good points of like there's in America, somebody talks about race. That was so long ago. Well, no, it was, a few decades ago, and still the present. We still have systematic issues with racism. Like,
Yes.
I don't disagree with that. So he was he made points that I agree with, and then he made points I didn't fully agree with.
You know what points he gave you? He gave the points that were given to him by the Saudi Sports Authority, because those are the exact same talking points. Go back to the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Anyone who was part of that gave the exact same lines. They were all given the exact same talking points. Do not fall for this horseshit. You're going to see a lot of people who are going to Saudi Arabia for any sort of sports or entertainment watching purposes giving you the same line, and it's always going to be just for the dismantling of the West, the same friggin' line. Listen, yeah, the States, y'all are messed up. Do not get me wrong. There are plenty of issues. But what's going on over there, you want to know why you don't hear about all the things that Titus O'Neil is talking about? It's because they don't get reported, because they kill the reporters. They jail the reporters. And anytime you speak out against anything that's happening in the country related to what's going to who's in charge of the country, you get thrown in jail, or at worst, you're murdered. So what is this horse shit assuming that this is, it's a democracy? Is it? No, it's not. It's a monarchy. What do you stop letting them give this straight up propaganda piece answers? And I hope, and I wish, I know it's not going to happen. I wish that more people would push back when they ask, be like, do you know, like, I wish they come with the journalism to come and explain why those answers are wrong. Why do you not hear about it in China? Because the shit still happens in China, but they have state-run television that also doesn't talk about it. Like, what you wanted to hear why you don't talk about it in Japan? In Japan, you got to... No, we're not going to hear anyway. The companies that run the stations will often come around to soliciting money so that you can actually keep watching the stations. It's not state-run. It's a little bit different. Someone who is in Japan or Japanese can explain it better. But effectively, like, there is control on their stations as well for the most part. It just absolutely boggles my mind that there are people who are okay with just letting them give these answers and letting them get away with it, because it's very clearly propaganda. It's very clearly bullshit. And there's no reason to be allowed to say this. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Joel kind of cooking right there. Gotta say. I respect it.
I've been watching it for too long, and like, listen, man, I have my gripes about other things going on in countries that I'm closer to for one reason or another, and I have my feelings about that on all sides. So yeah, listen, I take it on Saudi because I've been watching this shit unfold since 2018 in WWE, and I'm watching now comedians try to justify it, and I'm watching them get into every single sports authority they can. They're getting their money in, and they're getting their influence in, and that's not okay.
Hey, let me clarify my stance on things before people start yelling at me. When I said there's some stuff I agree with, some stuff I don't agree with. I agree with America is also screwed up. We got a lot of issues here. I agree with there is still racism in America, and that hasn't really gotten better, and it starts at the top when it comes to that. I agree with those things when it comes to what Titus has to say. I agree that he feels safer in Saudi than he does in America. That's his opinion. I'm not going to take that away from him. Now, I don't agree with the overall just let's boost up Saudi Arabia and act like it is this great country just because they're paying us millions of dollars and we are going over there. No, we know the real reason all of this is happening. We know what the deal is here, but a lot of people don't know. They just see, oh, Titus says good things. This person says good things. That person says it can't be that bad if all these people are doing all of these things. It can't be that bad, right? No, it is. Yeah, these people get treated very well because they're like celebrities and they're getting paid a lot of money to be treated very well. But regular people who live over there and who have to deal with this stuff all day, they do not get treated as well. Journalists certainly don't get treated as well. I talked about this before during the boxing event, Canelo and Crawford, and how Saudi was basically trying to, because they were part of that event, they were trying to wash any criticism of the event in boxing and in the journalists like covering it. Like if you said something bad, they would have you pull that down or they would not credential you. And that's not how things are supposed to be run around these things. And we talked about it with the comedians. Like, oh yeah, the comedians, they think it's all great. Yeah, because they're getting paid a bunch of money to say all of these things. But if they actually had to live there, they weren't getting paid all this money, or they did have a criticism, it would be a much different story. And that's how it is when it comes to WWE and all the nice things that they say. I like Titus O'Neil. I have done an interview with Titus O'Neil. Very nice guy. I think he's clearly a charitable person with everything that he does. I got a lot of respect for him. But we know the deal here. We do. And get ready to listen to this answer a lot, because WWE wrestlers are obviously going to be asked about it over the next year or so, because WWE's going to Saudi with WrestleMania. And because it's WrestleMania, it's not just like, oh, here's Crown Jewel or whatever. It's going to be a bigger deal than usual. And so wrestlers are going to have to answer these questions. And you're going to hear this answer a lot. You've already heard it. Tiffany Stratton has given this answer. Triple H, Bianca Belair, all these people have given this answer already. And they're going to continue to give it because nobody wants to say anything bad because they're partners with them and other consequences. And so they're going to give the same line of, we want to elicit change. You can't change anything unless you actually go over there. We're treated great over there. Everything is fantastic when we're over there. They love us over there. We've never had an issue. Look at everything that's wrong in this country. It's like, okay, we get it, guys. We get it.
You know what I love about it? It's called whataboutism. It's the same shit that we tell people when it's, you all know, we don't have to talk about whataboutism on this program because you people are very intelligent.
You people? Why are you cutting a you people promo, Joel?
our listenership, our viewership, you're knowledgeable. We give each other slack here. We give each other shit, but it's you guys understand it. And then again, for these athletes to go on and be like, oh, I've never had a problem in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, because you've got guards taking you everywhere up the wazoo. Everything is checked for you ahead of time. You're on a trip. You are on a trip that is very well secured. Here's a good example. And I see that I see SV3 is here. So I don't know if he wants to jump in on this conversation. However, I'll make my point. Now it's going to be controversial. I went to Israel when I got married, okay, in 2019. My wife and I went because it's a free trip. Honestly, that is what it was. We had gotten married. She had never been. I hadn't been since I was 16. Here's the real reason we went. Free honeymoon with like 38 other people. However, you get your own room at every place you stop at. So every hotel, instead of having a room with random people you don't know, my wife and I got to live together. Anyway, so the point of this was, we went knowing the things we know about Israel and the feelings we have about Israel. I'm Jewish. I say this very often. I'm very proudly Jewish. I do not support a lot of what's going on there right now. I've made my feelings clear about this. We went at the time because we wanted to experience what was in the country and what we wanted to see. Now, Birthright is very good at telling you all the things that they want you to know from a governmental standpoint about Israel, from a historical standpoint, from everything. And they would prefer you don't ask too many questions, but you're allowed to ask questions. My wife and I are educated people. We do ask questions. We were on a trip of older people as well. So as a result, we got to ask questions. However, at the end of the day, this program exists to be incredibly secure, that you don't know the measures to which they are going to to ensure that nothing bad is happening where you're headed or where you're coming from. That's what they're dealing with when they're going to Saudi Arabia. Now, it seems absolutely asinine that I'm making a direct connection, but I'm making the point at all these athletes going there saying, oh, it's so safe, it's so safe. That's because they're on a guided trip where the security is always on them and always ahead of them, to the point where you don't know. You are in your own world. You're secluded. You are there to just experience what we want you to experience in this bubble. Same thing with Birthright. Same thing with WWE or any of these sports companies going over and doing events. It's not different from home, because home, you live there. You don't get security unless you pay for security. You don't get that added security. You just have your life. This is a vacation when Titus and crew go over there. They're on vacation. 5-star restaurant, 5-star hotel, 5-star everything, 5-star security guards. They're treated like royalty because they are paid to be there by the royalty. Y'all got to remember that next time you hear any of these athletes that many people put on pedestals saying, oh, we love going to this country. They treat us so perfectly. Meanwhile, there's a jail wing allegedly named after the Crown Prince and any of his dissenters. Keep that in mind next round. Anyway.
I'm going to do something really controversial right now.
Would you? Yeah. I'd like that.
All right. This is going to be very controversial. Everybody.
I love it. I'm here for it.
And I'm very sorry about this.
Did you just buy tickets to go to North Korea? Is that what happened?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. We're going to welcome on SP3.
Oh, I can't believe you did it.
SP3, how you doing?
Do you have a controversial thing to say?
No, I haven't done my controversial thing yet.
Yeah,
I haven't done my controversial thing yet. I'm welcoming on SP3.
Okay.
And now we're going to kick Joel off because we're going to treat him like he's in a different country where we do not respect these people around here. You know what's bad is I couldn't win on that one because I was going to kick one of you off. I'm either kicking off the Jew or the black guy. So, like...
You're screwed. Either way.
I should have kicked myself off.
A marginalized community was going to be pissed off with you.
That's why I said it's controversial. So I'm like, oh, I'm kicking off the Jew or I'm kicking off the black guy. I'm fucked here. I did something wrong.
Racism and anti-Semitism is alive and well in Ohio in 2025. You know what? Just for that, the black guy and the Jewish guy, we're going to be on top of you for the rest of this.
Fair. Right. Very fair.
We won SP3. We got our comeuppance.
Our people won.
I said it was gonna be controversial, so I set it up to that one.
You did. You definitely did. You definitely.
See, if I kicked myself off, that's not controversial. You know, I was like,
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Listen, I've been working on enough cultural appropriation. I don't know if you guys saw this last night. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up. Where is it? Oh, I gotta find it. Hold on.
You saw Utah Ice for the first time?
No.
Boomba clap.
Stop it.
Boomba clap.
No, we Kurt people.
What? Oh, we Kurt what?
We Kirk people?
We Kurt people.
Oh, I'm done.
Someone do we cuck people and put
Carlos Silva.
Carlos Silva.
I was gonna say put Joel because I think that's funnier, but Carlos Silva. Carlos Silva's good. Yeah, Carlos Silva's good as well.
I'm gonna go to a city where I can get an in-person with Carlos Silva. Make sure we do it in a hotel so I can put him in that chair for the entirety of the interview.
Yikes! Oh my god!
Just to get screen caps.
What did I come in on?
Friday. It's Friday, SP3. Come on now.
What are we going to talk about? TNA Fade to Black? I don't know.
Yeah. Friday is the most unhinged show because it's one, Joel forces me to talk about TNA when TNA is actually on. But if TNA is not on, then we got nothing to talk about. So it's like, all right, well, what can we do on the show today? Let's talk about everything but wrestling, which I'd rather do anyway. But
that's why I'm here. Because Jeremy invited me yesterday on the Spotlight to come here. So you know what I've done, Jeremy.
Oh no.
You know what I've done?
An interview.
I don't know shit, crybaby. What?
I prepared TikTok time for you.
We're gonna get Joel in on TikTok time here.
Yes.
This is
First
that's gonna be
time
bad.
with Joel.
This is gonna be bad.
And I'm giving y'all the new game that we came up with for TikTok time, which is Guess the Faction. Which you have to guess a wrestling faction based on emojis.
Oh, I don't like this one. I already can tell I don't like this.
It's honestly what I've learned is that if you really use your head, these are
I'm fucked.
These are easy. And Jeremy, you'll probably do better than Joel at this.
I'm dumb.
All right, so I prepared 6 for y'all. Are y'all ready?
All right, so is this competition? Do I need to press a buzzer?
It's whoever guesses it first.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
right.
don't look, and of course, don't look at the chat. The chat might know.
Well, the chat's gonna be a little behind anyway, so
yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so here we are. I even uploaded it before I logged on here, just for y'all.
I almost deleted it accidentally.
I was like, can I cheat?
No. This is
Judgment Day. First one, Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
No, I got it first.
Damn!
I got it first.
He did. Jeremy did. No, I was gonna say it for you. Damn. But yes. Man with a mustache, devil emoji, an archer emoji, and a mother emoji is the Judgment Day. So I see. I'm always gonna give you one to like test out. That's very easy to figure out right off the bat to get y'all comfortable. All right. The second one, we have a soldier's helmet. We have an American flag, and we have a Mexican flag.
Los Ingobernables. La Facción Ingobernables.
I mean, you could, but no.
Yeah, see, it could be them.
No, it's not. It's not them.
Oh, well, it could be. I don't. I'm.
You want
I'm
to take
dumb.
a guess, Joe?
Hold on. Let's see if I can actually. Let's do this. There we go. That way we're all on the screen with the
scene.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. See, this guy is a professional.
And something like that. I got nothing. A soldier's helmet, an American flag, a Mexican flag.
No, actually, that's an Italian flag.
I was gonna say that.
Oh, see, you said Mexico. I don't know flags.
No, that's an Italian flag.
Is that Imperium?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, I got cheated on this one. I got cheated. I was told it was Mexico.
Yes, when you said
I gave Joel a chance. I'm giving Joel a chance here.
Boo.
When you said Mexico, I was like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure that's the Italian flag, and that would be.
I just saw the colors, and I didn't even. Once I really looked at it, I was like, yeah, that's Italian flag.
Boo. I got cheated on that one.
Okay, now y'all even, so now y'all have you're an even playing field.
1 to 0.5. Joel gets half a point. I got cheated.
1-1. Next we got blood. We have a T. We have someone with scissors behind them. We have a dancing emoji and a bag.
It's the Death Riders.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. That is the Death Riders. That is a Swiss tea, by the way, and the haircut is Pac. I
knew that the haircut was Pac, and I knew the briefcase was either Marina Shafir or just the title at the time. And the dancing was Daniel Garcia, and the blood is, well, literally all of them.
Pretty much, yeah. All right. Fourth one, we got a eyebrow emoji. We have a flex emoji, a fist emoji, and a globe emoji.
Is that Hurt Syndicate?
No, because there's I didn't think
it's not Titus O'Neil, is it? Titus Worldwide?
I don't think it's Titus Worldwide. I wanted to say the Ops.
No.
Okay. I don't know. That looks like a face Joel? Samoa Joe would make.
The Nation of Domination?
Correct.
Oh wait, I thought it was just current. I thought it was current.
I didn't never said. I said guess the faction. I said guess the faction. I never said current. Joel's really good at this. Damn.
Yeah, I know. I'm not good at this stuff. I'm terrible at this.
All right, fifth one. We got a skull emoji. We have a gun emoji.
House of Torture.
We have a man with a mustache emoji. We have a cell phone and a blonde emoji.
No, Dangerous Alliance.
Correct.
Yeah. The cell phone really gave that one away.
Well, I still got it.
No, it's good.
Okay.
And then the final one, we have a devil emoji, an eggplant emoji, some liquor of some kind, a house,
Don Callis family,
and a mass.
Don Callis family.
No.
And a mass.
The devil with the Adam Cole devil group.
House of Torture.
Correct, Joel.
Dick
Correct.
Togos.
The dick, the liquor, Kanemaru, the house of torture, the mask with the eyes open. That's Doki.
I knew that was House of Torture. I didn't want to get House of Torture.
You shouldn't. You pulled the trigger too early on House of Torture.
I know, because I knew the last one was House of Torture. So that's why I said it for the one before actually getting it correct. And then I just wanted to act like an idiot for the last one, so I just threw out random names.
Sure.
I think Don Callis family could work for that. Pull that last one back up. Hold on, pull it back up. Let me get Don Callis family for this last one.
Right,
Don Callis can be the devil. The dick is Kyle Fletcher. He's got a giant old cock. It could also be Takeshita.
Okay.
Milk, that's Josh Alexander. He's white as hell.
He is. It's true. Like, what's the house?
Oh
Mark Davis, he's built like a brick shit house. Yep.
And the mask.
What's the mask?
The mask could be it could be El Clone. He wears a mask. It could also be, I'm sure one of them did not wear a mask or did wear a mask in 2020. So whichever one there. I feel like Don Callis family is partial credit on that one.
He was like, I showed my work and everything. See?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I
I should get credit for showing work. Yeah, it's like it could be Hechicero as the mask as well. Yeah, it's a math exam. It's like show your work instead of just writing the answer. Like, see how I got to this conclusion? It's like, well, yeah, you're wrong, but I understand how you got there.
Thank you for showing. You get half a point.
Yeah, and Andrade is not there, so that's even more Don Callis family. Is Andrade's just missing?
The Andrade emoji is
I should have left a blank spot. I should have left a blank spot there. Then you would have definitely noticed.
I should get credit for that one.
Man, Joel, you nailed that.
Yeah, Joel did a great job.
We got to do Josh versus Joel because Josh won on True Hill Heat. So
okay.
we got to do Josh versus Joel one time because y'all are really good at that. I didn't
see. I'm dumb when it comes to that. I'm dumb in general. Like I tell my wife that all the time. I tell people on the show that all the time. I'm very dumb in general. But I like the TikTok games where we're like the creative ones, not like trivia ones. I'm bad at trivia. Can't do it.
It's okay. It's all right.
I'm good at getting it the first time. I'm a good beginner's luck kind of person.
Beginner's luck. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not good at this stuff.
That was a fun one though to do. So, you want to do build your own wrestler with Joel?
Yeah, let's do something stupid though. Let's do one build your wrestler.
Build the worst wrestler from WWE wrestlers because we did TNA last time. So build the worst wrestler, but only using WWE roster
from WWE. Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, this could be really bad. Oh, now there's 3 people too. No, it's got to be. We got to do draft style.
Yeah, it's draft style. So Joel, you're gonna choose. Basically, you're choosing 5 categories for your wrestler. You got to choose somebody's in ring. So say if it's the worst wrestler, you want Santino's. If you were doing like 2010s WWE, you're gonna do Santino as your in ring. If it's promos, you're gonna do like a Maxine Dupree, someone who doesn't do a lot of promos.
Wow.
Body/look. I'm not gonna body shame anybody, but you get the rhythm. And then star power, presentation, and then the final category is character.
Can I just pick someone? Because like.
Yeah, you pick someone, but you got to pick that category.
You got to pick someone for the category, and then once you pick them, they are off the draft board.
Oh, the answer's for everyone. Joel's just picking the worst wrestler immediately.
The answer is just Tom McGee. Like, what do you want for my life?
No, current day WWE. Current day. Yeah.
I feel bad.
We're making it difficult.
Yeah, current day.
Most of the current wrestlers are actually good, so we're making it.
You're out here making fun of Maxine Dupree, calling her the worst.
No, I said she doesn't have a lot of experience.
She could be watching the show right now, being very upset that 3 of her favorite podcasters are making fun of her.
Hey, to be fair, someone who's a virgin is not very good at having sex. So I mean, I don't know that Maxine is
trying in their case. Just couldn't do it right. That's all.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Boy.
All right. You wanna? We'll let Joe go first.
Yeah, let Joel start.
Yeah, let Joel start.
I completely lost whatever I was supposed to be doing. Someone else start. Jeremy, you start.
Okay. All right. We are gonna head to. All right. I'm gonna go looks. Paul Heyman for my looks. I feel like that's a strong start. Yeah,
that was a strong start.
Yeah.
Strong start. Joel, you want to go now?
Looks. Jesus, that was.
I'm gonna track this. By the way.
Yeah. You're gonna track. Okay.
Yeah. All right, we'll let you go. We'll let you go last, but we'll do snake draft, so you get back to back.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I like that.
So I'll go next, and I'll say in ring work, Osiris Griffin.
Oh, okay.
So we're taking the whole WWE. We're not just taking main roster.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're the WWE roster. It's WWE roster.
All right, Joel, you got 2 picks here.
All right. Well, Otis is a pretty not so great looking dude.
Otis for looks? Okay.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
That seems smart.
And then I got to do another looks one?
No. You get in ring.
Do a different category.
Okay.
Yeah, you can pick a different category.
Jesus Christ. In ring.
Well, in ring, promo, star power, and character.
Oh, okay. Promo, Joe Hendry.
Technically WWE. We'll count that as WWE, honestly.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. You can say that.
All right, SB3, you're up.
Oh, so let me see here. I like, it's so hard to think about who's the worst at something because I'm always thinking about who's the best. So
I can always think of who's the worst. This is simple for me.
Let's go.
This is super simple.
Oh, character. Let's go Tiffany Stratton.
How dare you?
One-dimensional.
How dare you?
Character. I'm going with a one-dimensional catchphrase character.
It's Tiffy time, everybody. How dare you? You went Tiffany Stratton for character. The disrespect on Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, Zelina Vega was right there.
She's a part of the Black family. What you talking about? That's a great character. That's a great character.
Right now, her character's at least got a little bit.
Yeah, her character went from nothing to I wear a snake on me sometimes
to I'm a part of the Black family. That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. That's an upgrade in life. But yes,
Grift, I guess.
I was gonna go really mean, and I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm not gonna go totally mean on this, but I was gonna go very mean. I was gonna go for in-ring Jey Uso just because.
All those disliked videos are just from your alts.
Yeah,
it's just you all day. You're not actually writing that. You're just clicking on alt all day. Thumbs down. Fuck this guy.
That's really mean.
Yeah,
that's really mean. So.
It's in a concentrated attack.
Yeah, I was gonna go mean with that. I don't think I'm gonna go quite that mean, but there's an argument to be made for him. Honestly,
there is. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with y'all. Jey Uso might be the biggest star that you could use for multiple categories.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go promo, and I'm gonna go Austin Theory. Yes.
Okay.
He's
That's
terrible.
a good one.
He's not a good promo. He hasn't been on television either, so at least that's helpful. But
Yeah.
not a good promo. All right, and then I'm gonna go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. What is this? Oh, sorry, I'm getting. Oh, whatever. Okay. What hasn't been taken? In-ring character. Okay, I'm gonna go star power. So we're looking at push effectively, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Tozawa at least gets like some TV time and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I can't like fully hate on that. You know what I mean? You know, I actually hate to like do this person as well. I almost just want to go with like Santos Escobar, because even though he's great, no TV time. Like, none.
Yes. That would be
whatsoever.
actually a good pick.
Yeah. I hate to do this. I hate to do this. No, I don't. Star power push around Brooks Jensen. That dude's went from main roster to Evolve. He wasn't main roster. I would have gone Ridge Holland because that was main roster to Evolve, but he's not with the company. Technically, he's still with the company. It doesn't expire till November.
It is
all right.
technically.
Ridge Holland
Idris
for star
Idris
power.
Too.
Yeah, I want Ridge Holland for that.
Idris, I got Ridge Holland for star power.
He's still on WWE TV.
He's still on that, but he's not with the company. His contract is actually done. Like, he's actually left. He's on TV still because they taped shit. All right, you're up, SP3.
Star power, Apollo Crews.
Okay, he's injured. He's been injured, but
he wasn't on TV before then.
He beat Giovanni Vinci in 2 seconds.
Yeah, he was in a program with Giovanni Vinci. That was the last time we saw him on TV.
All right, Joel, you got 2 picks.
What am I doing in ring and star power at this point?
You have in ring, star power, and character left.
Character.
Yeah.
All right. So in ring, I am doing Zelina.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Star power. I can't pick Ridge because you just did. And I'm very upset about that. Ridge was going to be my guy. Star power. At this point, I might. You know what? Okay, character. I'm doing Tony D.
He's dead.
Tony.
Actually, a great character.
It's a great
his character is great. Yeah,
dead. And then star power.
No. That's it. You don't get star power yet. You got 2 picks. Star power is your last one. All right, SP3, you're up. SP3, you got promo and looks left.
Promo, Charlotte Flair.
How dare you?
I'm just going to cut the same promo for a decade.
All right, my last 2. I got in-ring and I got in-ring and I got character left. All right. I'm going to do Jey Uso in-ring. I like Jey Uso, but man, his spear doesn't look good. His punches are just kind of whatever.
His boss told him he's fat.
He spams the super kick. He gets blown up too often. Like, it's rough out there for Jey Uso. I legitimately think there are worse wrestlers than him, but when you factor in where he is on the card to his actual in-ring, it's tough. It's tough. Sorry, Jay. I really like you. I do really like you. And character. Oh, character. Oh, okay. I got you on character. I got you.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I got you. Busty Rhodes. American Cream. Busty Rhodes.
I had her for star
Nikita
power.
Lyons.
I had her for star power.
I don't know what her character is, honestly. She's like a rapper on social media sometimes.
She's a social media influencer.
She does. She twerks. I don't know what she does half the time. That's character. Nikita Lyons.
Yeah.
All right, SV3. Your last one is looks. You got looks for your last one.
I hate to pick on him, but Kevin Owens.
Wow. Come on. Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
Come on.
For look, body, yeah, Kevin Owens.
Wow.
That's mean.
What did I say?
That's mean.
How is that mean?
I don't know. There's other people on that roster.
All right, give me Jasper Troy.
Jasper Troy, he's a big jack dude.
Yeah, he's a big jack dude. That's what I was like.
I'll give you. You can have Kevin Owens.
Who else. I don't know who else. Kevin Owens. Yeah, but Kevin Owens doesn't have the most aesthetic.
I go with Michael Cole. Okay, I'll give you Michael Cole. Come on now. You picked Kevin Owens.
Yeah, you're right. No,
yeah.
You're right. You picked Paul Heyman. So yeah, I should pick it.
Nah, you picked Kevin Owens. Let the record show. SP3.
It's still on me. I'm picking.
You picked Kevin Owens.
Pat McAfee. I'm writing down Pat McAfee.
You got Kevin Owens. Joel, your last one. Star Power.
I already put it down. Pat
McAfee. Star. I got it written down differently.
No, well, that's good.
You get an amalgamation of Kevin Owens and Pat McAfee now. Kevin Owens and Pat McAfee had a baby, and that's what SP3's wrestler looks like.
Kevin McAfee.
Kevin McAfee out here.
Pat McAfee. Where you pick, Joel? Pat McAfee. I got Pat McAfee.
Joel, you have star power. You have
Tyra May Steele.
Oh.
That's someone who kind of burnt out real quick.
Yeah.
I hope it gets better, but yeah, they gave her a shot, and she needs to keep working.
All right, here's who we got for our worst wrestlers. Chat, you decide who built the worst.
You say
wrestler.
yours. I'll say mine. Joel will say his. Go ahead, Jeremy. Say yours. Say yours.
I got Paul Heyman for looks, Austin Theory for promo, Ridge Holland for star power, Jey Uso for in-ring, Nikita Lyons for character. That is my wrestler. Joel, do you have yours written down?
Yeah, looks were Otis, promo was Joe Hendry, in-ring was Zelina Vega, characters Tony D, star power Tyra May Steele.
Yeah. All right,
looks I have
lie
Pat
to the people.
Promos I have
Kevin Owens.
Player I have
Kevin Owens for looks.
Apollo Crews. I already said Pat McAfee, sir. I'm not even saying that name again. Character I have Tiffany Stratton, and in ring I have Osiris Griffin.
You know the chat's judging you that you got Kevin Owens for looks, so it doesn't matter.
How I went on a rant. How I went on a rant. What?
Take it up with Alexa Gamer.
You're getting judged on your Kevin Owens picks, not Pat McAfee.
No, I'm being lied on. I went on a rant about his look.
Who built the worst wrestler? Everybody, who built the worst wrestler?
Tell us in the comments. And because this will be clipped, tell us in the comments.
I feel like I did really good on this. I feel like my wrestler's really bad.
The only thing I kind of regret is that Otis. Nah, you know what? I regret nothing.
Yeah, Otis has got a solid build. He's a strong dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got charm. But anything else.
I picked Paul Heyman first. Y'all should have taken the hint there of like, oh shit, Michael Cole is on the board.
I totally forgot by the time I got to looks. I was like, oh,
maybe some people think he's a handsome guy.
I mean, maybe, but like he built like a wrestler, you know, like.
Well, there was that one year when he got super jacked and was taking photos of it.
Yeah.
Granted, that was like 15 years ago. Well, like it's still, it's just like when Kevin Owens was 18 years old. But SP3 is already too busy making fun of him being a big.
I'm not making fun of him. I was given a choice. There's a reason.
You weren't given a choice. You were there. There's plenty of choices. You picked Kevin Owens.
Should have picked Bronson Reed.
Also, Bronson, I can't.
Bronson Reed's a big dude too.
I cannot personally pick Bronson Reed for worst anything because I like Bronson Reed too much.
Yeah,
he is the only athlete that I will ever consider putting on a pedestal. Bronson Reed. That's it.
Yeah, I like all these guys.
It's got to be reinforced.
That's why you got to go non-wrestler. I set the tone.
I should have went there. But I could after you said Paul Heyman, it like wrecked my brain. I was like, who else is there? Like,
I set the tone early going non-wrestler. See, there is a thing like the general managers, Aldous and Pierce, like they're good looking, they're in shaped guys. So yeah, like they don't really work.
And then I try to think of like other managers, and I'm like, no, all of them.
There aren't that many. So.
And there's not that many, and all of them are in pretty good shape.
Yeah, that's why you got to go off the board a little with an announcer. out here. So
and I meant picking Kevin Owens because he has a bad neck. We're picking body.
Oh yeah, now he has a bad neck.
His body is not right. Jesus.
Just talk through it, SP3. Just talk.
I'd rather talk through it than tweet through it, but thank you guys.
Kevin Owens never hurt me.
I was trying to work out my schedule so I come back next week with more Takashi for y'all to roast me on. All right. I'll see y'all later, guys.
Appreciate you, SP3.
Later.
Oh my goodness. Take care. Amazing. Get out of here. Go. You let yourself out. What is he doing?
What the hell? Why you gotta press like 3-4 buttons?
It's ridiculous.
What? Okay.
It's like because whenever it does it, it's gotta confirm you want to leave. It's very strange.
Yeah, I was gonna call him SS3 for
Yeah.
Sarah's stock. Yeah.
We make illusions on our show. We don't tell it right. Oh, amazing. And then we call things out and our boss just leaves the chat. It's fine.
Yeah.
Not that SP3 is our boss, but Anyway.
SP3 is great. We if you love SP3, and how can you not? He's on this channel, this show, 2 days a week, every Tuesday and Thursday with myself. So, and we do TikTok time, and it is very fun. I don't like the emoji game, mainly because I didn't do very well, but I knew I wasn't going to do very well on that. The looks thing, like the creativity of like building something like that. That's my bag right there. I feel I did very strongly.
See, that's the difference. I am more visual. So for me, it's like cooking for me. When I cook, I want to see kind of what it looks like or how it's put together so that I can not exactly mimic it, but at least get an idea of like, am I on the right track? Am I not? I can color outside the lines, so to speak, but I need some sort of idea of how it's supposed to look so that I can work with it. So for me, building something like that, I did need like a full disclosure. Like I'm sitting here looking at like SmackDown Hotel roster so I can see the images of the people and where they are. And I'm like, oh yeah, I had to jog my memory about certain people. But yeah, that's kind of how I was able to build it. But it's easier for me looking at something and being like, oh, I can put this together like a puzzle.
Yeah. That was fun. Appreciate SP3. Now what are we talking about? We got like actual wrestling to talk about. We got to talk about the thumbnail because we're 50 minutes into this show.
We can in a second. I actually wanted to bring up. So I know that you guys talked about parts of Dynamite last night, and I know Cam was there too. I don't know if you guys talked much about what else the Darby Mox thing could be, where Darby's staying. I'm still coming after them. To me, as the more I thought about it, it's blood and guts. It's a Darby team against Moxley because Blood and Guts is happening before Full Gear.
Yeah, SP3 kind of made allusions to that because when I did the short, the very end, SP3 says, waiting until Blood and Guts. So he made allusions that it could be a Blood and Guts thing. I don't know if they're going to do 2 Blood and Guts matches. I don't know if they're going to do male and female. That's my only hang up is I thought it was just going to be for the females. Like I don't know why you need a male match on the show either. Like that's another, it feels WWE-ish of like, oh, we're doing a female match, so we need to do a male match here. It's like, why? Just do the female match. It's cool. No one's gonna be mad about that.
So I'm wondering, because the way that things have been going lately with the tailgate brawl, this is the week before Full Gear, but it's not the week of Full Gear. I don't know how much of their allotted weekly TV they can change up. So they have a live collision on the 15th of November. November 12th is Blood and Guts, the Wednesday. The 15th is a live collision from Pennsylvania. And then they're in Boston for the go home to Full Gear. That I assume is going to be called a 3-hour show because Full Gear is the Saturday, the 22nd. They haven't announced a tailgate brawl for it yet, have they?
I don't think so.
But there's nothing else listed. Like there's no collision listed. So
Right.
I don't know if they're going to try and maneuver something that maybe Blood and Guts is a 3-hour show that week. And then they can just take out not doing the 1 hour of collision the following week. I don't know how they can move things around with WBD in their deal, but I wouldn't be surprised if they announce that it's a 3-hour show, Blood and Guts, that they'll do a men's and women's match.
I think if they do a 3-hour show, then I get it. But I still don't like it. I don't think it's I don't think it's necessary. Just do the women's blood and guts match. Don't worry about the men's blood and guts match. Team Darby's gonna be conglomeration, by the way.
Yeah,
Like, it's gonna be Darby and the conglomeration because that's what they've been building this past week. You know, you had O'Reilly against Moxley, and that was a DQ, and then you had Orange, Ishii, and who else was there for conglomeration?
What's his face? Roderick Strong was there.
Was it Roddy?
Roddy was brought out during the entrance, and he didn't want to be there, but he was like, I remember Kyle went to go get him during the intro.
Right. Okay. They faced Danny, Claudio, and Yuta. So, yeah, they're doing the conglomeration stuff with it. Yeah, it was right. I know Roderick's like kind of in the conglomeration, but also not. So that's why I didn't. And I know holograms hurt, and so that also like I knew it wasn't hologram. But yeah, so they did that match again. They did O'Reilly and Moxley. That'd be who it would be. It would be Darby and the conglomeration against the Death Riders if they're going to do that.
What's really weird, I'm looking at the seat map on Ticketmaster. They have one ring in the ticket map. I know that doesn't have to stay that way. I know things can change. It could just be that like whatever section B is, that's directly opposite the ring from the entranceway. They can just extend that or take them back or move people around. I'm looking at it and I'm like they've set it up for one ring with the same old floor seats. So maybe people get moved if they're buying floor seats. I hope not. I hope they've planned accordingly for this. But yeah, just looking around, it's like if they make it a 3-hour Dynamite, that Blood and Guts special, it'll be the men's and women's matches. If I had to guess. I know people have said I'd rather, one women's Blood and Guts. That's it. And I get it. And I do agree with it. If you're going to put a spotlight, first time women's Blood and Guts match, yes. At the same time, they haven't really done much to inspire women's Blood and Guts because now you're running this full gear tag team tournament. And I'm assuming everyone who's not part of the tournament will be part of Blood and Guts at that point, which is a bit of a giveaway if you're looking at the brackets as to who to expect to not be in by November 12th.
And they just would take off the tag team title tournament that week effectively because we know Thecla's not in the tournament, but we know Sisters of Sen will be in the tournament and Blood and Guts. We know Aminata and Hayter, they're in the tournament and Blood and Guts. That's a first round matchup anyway. That's going to be done this upcoming week, I assume. And then you have one more week for Hayter and Aminata. I assume they're winning, but even if they don't, we all think that Mercedes and Athena is winning that side of the bracket. So if they can be out. I see how this works. Maybe Bane and Ford are in Blood and Guts. They might lose in the first round. I picked Ty J to win in the first round. I don't think Tony, Mina, Windsor, and Rio are in Blood and Guts, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, it doesn't. I think the teams that are in Blood and Guts would be out the week before Blood and Guts.
So I'm looking at it and I'm like, Aminata and Hayter are in Blood and Guts. Sisters of Sin are in Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
Bane and Ford, I think, are part of Blood and Guts, or Ty J. One of the two, really, honestly, both those two teams, all four of those teams could make up Blood and Guts plus one more. Just looking at it, Tekla and who am I missing from this? Tekla on the bad side. Who would be on the good side? We're missing one. Aminata, Hayter, Ty J. That's 4. Do you do a 5th?
Willow. I assume Willow.
Well, then, yeah. Okay, she's free because Monet and Athena. And then, yeah, Sisters of Sin with Tekla and Bane and Ford.
Okay.
There's your 5. So I get your point. I get your point. The idea is that you take a week off and it could be for Blood and Guts, but then, yeah, it just, I don't know. It's like, it's a step in the right direction, but if you're paying attention, it's a little bit, there are a lot of holes there that kind of form. One of the holes that I saw actually, I saw Alvarez point this out, and I think he was right to point it out. They say on Saturday at Wrestle Dream, they're like, we're going to announce the brackets for the Blood and Guts teams. But by the
tag
time
team title,
for the tag team title, sorry, not the Blood and Guts, for the tag team titles. And then by Wednesday, when they go to announce who's a part of it, there were teams that were not put together yet, like Monet and Athena, and then they got the brackets. So it's like, what did Tony have before he announced the brackets on the show? And I understand that for some people, they're going to be like, it's really nitpicky. But the reality is he said, I have the brackets and I will reveal them, but he doesn't actually have the brackets to reveal. It's better than doing FTR and then a bunch of people quarterfinal, nebulas. But like, if you're a viewer who's watching, you're wondering like, wait a minute, what was supposed to be Mercedes? If they can clean it up, by the way, I'm not saying that they're completely inept and that it's over. You can easily be like, Billy confronts Athena and says, hey, what the hell? It was supposed to be us, and you made them have to change the graphic, blah, 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 blah. And then they kind of explain that away. It was just kind of the moment, the way that they pieced the show was like, we were supposed to have these teams set up, and then everything changed. But they made it present as if we had everything set and we're good. It's just kind of explaining away how it works.
They kind of told you they didn't have everything set anyway because they did the 4-way tag match where it's like, well, the winner gets to pick their opponent in the first round. So that was immediately going to be like, you didn't have a set bracket because theoretically in kayfabe, you didn't know who was going to win that match and you didn't know who they were going to pick. So I don't think this seems very nitpicky of this because you can say I'm going to announce the bracket. That doesn't, to me, give the impression of like, oh, we have the bracket set. It gives the impression of like, we will give you the bracket on here. It might not come together until the last minute because who knows what's going to happen during the show. But we promise by the end of the show, we will give you the bracket. It's kind of like almost like the NCAA tournament is, hey, we will announce the bracket on Sunday, but you got to wait until Saturday when championship games are still going on. You got the selection committee who got to talk all day on Sunday, and then they don't have the bracket until late Sunday night. But you know you're getting it on Sunday. You just don't know when because everything's still got to be decided on like Sunday afternoon and stuff. So I don't buy that. I see what it is. I just don't buy it.
If the verbiage was, we have the brackets, that's one thing. If the verbiage was, we know who the tag teams are, that's another thing.
They said they would announce the bracket. That's it.
They would announce the brackets.
Yeah.
Did they announce that we know who the teams are, or do they just say
no? Like they didn't say anything about the teams. They said we're doing 8 teams, but they didn't say anything about like these are the 8 teams. That was the whole thing. It's like nobody knew who the 8 teams were. So
basically, they said we have the teams, and we have the bracket, but they didn't have it set.
It says AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship bracket reveal. Tune in to see the highly anticipated bracket reveal for the tournament. That's it. It doesn't say who the teams are or anything like that. We're just going to reveal the bracket. I think this is more of we know Tony's a sports guy. I think this is more of kind of like the NCAA tournament. That's how you can quantify this of we know on Sunday, whatever Sunday it is in March or maybe it's early March, late February. We know on that Sunday we are going to get the 64. Now it's like 68 teams. We know we're going to get the 64 teams that are going to be announced. We don't know who the 64 teams are. We can guess. We know some of them of like, oh, well, because this team won their conference tournament, this team's ranked number 1. Like, obviously, we know certain teams on there, but we don't know where they're going to be slotted. And as I said, championship games are still happening that weekend. So certain teams can play their way in that weekend. The selection committee still has to talk about things all day Sunday to figure out the bracket. That's how I'm looking at this.
Okay, that's one way to look at it. I looked at it as you're telling me you have brackets, and then you're also during the show not set. The teams aren't set, so it's like, how can you get brackets for a show when teams aren't set up yet? Or at least all the teams that you think are set up. What changed from when you announced it to throughout the show? Suddenly, it was there were different teams. That's all.
It feels. I get it. It feels a little nitpicky, and it feels kind of like you're looking for criticism to look for credit. Don't listen to Alvarez. I said this on the show yesterday. Don't listen to him. I'm more correct than him.
Because he charges us too much.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
He thinks he's so much better now because he's doubled his cameo rate. He's wrong.
Ruined everything. No, but I think he had a good point. I'm not saying that I'm going to stand and fight this point. I think it was just a point that was worth mentioning when you're trying to put together a cohesive story, and that is, it's not lacking. It's just, I look at this and I don't see anyone other than Tony and Mina versus Monet and Athena. And I'm hoping I'm wrong. But if that's the story that they're trying to tell to crown your first women's world tag team title holders, champions, then the only story that I'm seeing coming out of this, and you're not slick, by the way, is this is how you're heating up Billy versus Athena for Final Battle, because you've got Billy Starks crashing out on socials afterwards because Monet was brought on to be the partner. And like, if that's how you're going to tell the story about how you get to Final Battle, it's like, all right, sure. But otherwise, like, there are no other teams that I'm looking at being like, okay, they're going to beat these people. It just really feels like they're setting up, this is the A story. We're telling you it's Tony and Mina versus Athena and Mercedes.
Well, the other stuff they're setting up is, we literally talked about it, blood and guts. We have all these teams that are probably going to be fighting in blood and guts as well. So now they're fighting in this tournament beforehand. Oh, like that makes some sense there.
I get it. I'd rather they go for the prestige of winning the tag titles and not the prestige of being in the first women's blood and guts.
Well, they're still trying to win the tag titles. It's not like they're just throwing the tournament because they're in blood and guts, but like they're just telling stories through the matches of, hey, these matches are happening. We're going to add a little bit of heat to these women as they go into blood and guts. Like they're probably not going to win the tournament. I agree. I mean, I picked Athena Mercedes to win. I think they're going to beat Tony and Mina in the finals. SP3 had the same finals. He had Tony and Mina winning. Jensen had the same finals. He had Mercedes and Athena winning. I think most people have that as the finals. But let's not dismiss the first and second round matchups that you can still tell stories through. And they are, in setting up these women in these matchups. And we assume, now this isn't confirmed, we don't know the full blood and guts teams yet, but we assume that some of these people, certainly Thekla, Aminata, or I keep saying Thekla, and she's not in this tournament. Hayter, Aminata, Hayter and Aminata and Sisters of Sin are in blood and guts. So you're telling the blood and guts story through this first round match as well.
Yeah, someone in the chat saying we basically knew the rest of the teams. That was the other thing too, was I and you and others have mentioned that we were hoping for just a larger bracket, or at least just different teams. That was something that kind of got to me too, was there are so many teams that you can spotlight and say we have.
Who else are you putting in here?
You can put in Deanna and the Vendetta. You can bring back
they don't exist. We love Deanna, but
you can bring these people. That's the problem. You can bring them in and say they exist and put them in a first round match against someone. Like, you can do a 16 team tag tournament, and putting me on the spot means now I have to bring up the whole fucking roster again. So again, I have to look at these things again so that I remember who's actually part of it. But like, you have a deep enough women's roster. You can bring people in. You just had Lacey Lane. You can bring in Casey Catanzaro and have them team up for a first round or even a second round shocker. Like, there are things you can do to expand who's part of it.
Then people, not saying you specifically, Sheeta's got visa stuff. We don't know if she can return.
Didn't she say she cleared it and she's back?
I don't recall. Maybe she did, but
I feel like she said she's back because her visa.
Who's she teaming with?
Emi Sakura. I'm literally just looking at the roster and throwing people together right now. Do not get me wrong. Layla Gray is another person that you can bring out. Layla Gray can team up with Red Velvets. I don't know. Just, again, you have all of these people that I'm looking at on your roster who are still active.
Then people, and I'm not saying you specifically, but certain people are going to be like, who are these teams? They're thrown together. We know they're losing in the first round. Why are we doing these matchups when these teams don't actually exist and they're just going to lose to the more established teams in the first round? No, I'm fine with 8 teams. I don't think that you needed to throw together. I don't think they have. I mean, you threw together what? Just 4 teams? You still need 2 more that you got to throw together.
And you bring them in, and someone saying they aren't signed. Why do you bring them in? Because you give them an opportunity and say, this is the story. If they show out well, they might be seen in AEW wrestling moving forward. They might be in Ring of Honor. The Hex are another group that you can bring in because they've been on the show before. My point of all this is
like 5 years ago.
3 years ago. You can make that. They've been on Ring of Honor at least. The point is, and again, like if they're not signed, you give them the opportunity in kayfabe to be a part of something that they're trying to build as a bigger deal. And if you're doing an 8-team tag team tournament and being like, oh, it's in service of the titles, and Blood and Guts, it's like, well, no, don't tell me two stories that are completely opposite. Tell me the story of the tag team title tournament. Don't put Blood and Guts in the middle of it. Put Blood and Guts to the side of it. And telling me that you're going to have a couple of teams get out and be like, oh, but we're going to go compete in a cage and beat each other up. To me, that's like trying to tell me that's a consolation prize.
The Hex have not been on AEW ROH television ever. They were in ROH when it was ROH before Tony bought it, but they have never been on ROH and AEW television. Great. Allison Kay has been on ROH TV. Marty Bell has not. So Marty Bell has, but you're never as a tag team. So you're literally just...
You let them know, look, we have a tag team. And this is some of our footage from the indies that we have of us being tag teams or tag team champions. There are ways you can tell these stories and still make it believable that they have worked together as a tag team. It's a world tag team title. Give world tag teams a chance. Hashtag or something. Also, AEW Rampage 2024. Harley Cameron and Saraya defeat Allison Kay and Marty Bell. So don't tell me the Hex haven't been on TV. They have. And it was last year.
Oh, they were not referred to as the Hex. So.
No, they were referred to as their tag team. So don't tell me they haven't been on TV, because they have. Ha! Joel was right in this particular case.
Great. They were on Rampage in 2024 on a show no one watched.
It's like watching Ring of Honor.
Fair. I don't disagree with that. And you're just trying to throw ROH tag teams on here. This is like saying Deanna and Taya were a tag team last year. Put them in the tournament.
You don't get to celebrate your depth by not showing your depth.
And this does show their depth. It's 16 wrestlers. It's 16 women.
Great. Give me
this
30.
Does show their depth.
You got 32. Give me access to them. Get them. Show me you got a tag teams.
So they can just do a one-off appearance and never be seen again. I'm fine with 8 teams, 16. I don't need thrown together teams that are just going to lose in the first round and never be heard from again. We're creating nitpicks and criticisms that don't need to exist here.
So Willow and Harley have been a tag team forever and ever, amen?
What do you mean? They've been a tag team more recently on AEW television than the Hex and Deanna and Taya. Yes.
So bring them back and let those other tag teams have a shot too. They've been on TV.
Other tag teams?
The ones you just mentioned. You bring them back. You give
them
a shot.
I understand your point. I understand your point, Joel. You want to bring them back and have them lose in the first round so people then can complain about why are you just doing these random...
They don't.
They are, though. You know they are.
You can have people have shock victories and have more stories told by a tag team that doesn't win on the night where they thought they were going to win.
They're not going. Sure. But again, now you're just creating criticisms that don't actually exist. Let's do a shock victory for the Hex, even though we're not going to use them. And I get it. Well, you can use them. They're not going to. That's the point. They clearly don't want to sign the Hex. They don't want to do anything with Deanna and Taya. They're not going to. So they're not going to do some type of shock victory. So it's a criticism for the sake of a criticism of why don't you do this? They got 16 women. They got 8 teams that need focus, that have focus with this tournament. They're building Blood and Guts. They're building Mercedes with more championships. They're building Athena and Billy potentially. They're building Tony and her story after losing the women's title with Mina. They're building 5 or 6 different stories here that I just mentioned. We don't need them to also do throw in teams. They're all going to lose, but maybe just so I can create something out of thin air, they're going to win and get signed. Let them focus on the talent they actually have under contract and the stories that they are actually doing and move forward with that.
You're right. I'm really looking forward to the women who have titles already having more titles in a division where they're singles competitors. Really looking forward to it.
Brian Alvarez is now charging $25 for a cameo, and this is the man.
It's because you yelled at him.
This is the man who you're like, Brian Alvarez makes a great point.
I thought he made a good point. I still think he makes a good point. And people were like, you're nitpicking because it's AEW. No, I'm not. I nitpick because TNA fucks shit up too, and so does WWE. So don't give me the whole, you're doing it because it's a I know, I'm an equal opportunity hater. We talk about this frequently. Please don't play this game. Y'all are better than this. I praised you earlier. Don't make me take it back.
Yeah, that was your fault. You don't praise our chat.
No, that's true. You guys suck. A nitpick to you is not a nitpick to everyone, for the record. So again,
Okay.
you're not you specifically.
Ah.
I'm just telling y'all, like, it's okay. It's okay.
Joel's nitpicking.
Yeah, sure. Enjoy Tony and Mina not getting the tag titles. Enjoy Mercedes and Athena getting the titles.
I will. I think it's great if Mercedes wins more titles. That rules to me.
I'm with Mercedes winning more singles titles. I think her winning a tag title is a little bit much when you're trying to establish this as a big deal.
It is a big deal. How do you not? That does establish it as a big deal. Hey, here's the longest reigning ROH champion. Here's the longest reigning TBS champion. Now they win the tag team titles. That makes it a big deal, Joel.
Why are they in it in the first place?
Did you not watch the show on Wednesday?
Why are they allowed to be in it if they've never been a tag team? Well, other than the one match that they had.
Did you not watch the show on Wednesday?
I'm pretty sure they lost.
Did you not watch the show on Wednesday? It was very clear why they were in it.
Right, because she had cake on her face. That's right, yes.
And Athena was like, hey, there's these new championships. I know you like championships. And Mercedes like, yeah, I do. And if you're Tony Khan, if you're the selection committee, why wouldn't you be like, yes, let me put Mercedes Moné, one of our biggest stars, who has 12 championships, and Athena, who is our longest reigning ROH champion. Why wouldn't you put them in the tournament? Sorry to the Vendetta and the Hex.
There are other tag teams involved in this, but the point is...
In AEW? No, there's not! Name them!
You can make teams out of this
They
tournament.
made a team! Athena and Mercedes is the team they made!
Stop saying make as if I'm saying putting together, okay? Make as in make them a big thing, not just throw together the two teams that you have, the two people trying to pretend that they are a team.
Who? Name them. Put a team together.
Put Ty J on a run. Literally anyone who's in this
Okay,
thing.
but you can do that too.
And Penelope Ford on a run.
You can. Who's to say? Just because we think, just here now, I will do your whole. Let me do criticism for criticism here, or let me do fantasy booking for the sake of fantasy booking. You were saying, why can't you? I'm using the Hex as an example here. Why can't you bring in the Hex and have them get a shock victory, and maybe you make them off of that? Okay, Ty J, they can go on this run here. They can, right? Why can't they win this whole thing? Do I think they will? No, it's the same criticism I have of why they won't do it. They won't, but they can, Joel. They can have Ty J win. They can have Penelope Ford and Megan Payne win. We assume Mercedes and Athena and Tony and Mina is the finals, but maybe it's not. They can do these things just like they can do the Hex and everything. They're not going to. So you got to pick a lane on which side you're going to be like, I'm going to criticize them for they can do this, but they're not doing it, or they can do this, but they're not doing it. Pick which one you're on.
I'm on this could be bigger, and this could be in service of a team and not four of your singles champions, or at least four people who are synonymous with your singles titles.
But Ty J could win, right? Just like the Hex could win their first round match that it doesn't actually exist, right?
Great. So you could have expanded it to 16 and told that story.
What story?
The story of any team can win, and we have a depth of women who are ready to go for it.
But there's not the
But they're
depth.
But they're not. You're right. So they don't have the depth, and that's it. So you get your 8 teams, and you get your thrown together, women's champions teams, and you get what you get, and then you don't get upset, I guess. But it's okay.
Get upset.
But it's okay. I'm nitpicking, so I don't.
You are nitpicking.
Everything's perfect in AEW, so it's okay. Don't you worry about it. It's fine. It's cool. Don't worry. I'm sure someone's going to come in and shout in my ears in the comments and just be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're stupid. And It'll be the same old, same old.
You know why people think you're wrong on this show? You know why so many people think you're wrong?
Because you yell the loudest, and that's what gets engagement.
Because you're wrong. That's why.
I don't think I'm wrong.
Because you're wrong. Your argument is based off of a Brian Alvarez argument.
It wasn't based on Brian's. That was two separate arguments. That was two separate points.
Oh, okay.
But that's fine. Anything else you want to scream about in my ear while we're here?
I don't know. Do you want to be wrong about anything so I can scream at you?
Sure. Jericho might go to WWE. You want to read the select thing?
Sure.
All right.
Are you okay?
No, I don't like having my fucking ears blown out while you try to make the same point over and over again, too. I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm not trying to have a screaming match. There's a reason I don't yell and scream, because I don't want to hear your ears go absolutely fucking flaming every
Do I
time.
need to turn my mic down? Or is it just because I'm yelling?
It's probably because you're yelling.
Is that better? Is that
Just
worse?
screaming into the mic like you think you're in a fucking, pardon my zinger plot.
I'm always yelling at the mic.
Almighty.
Why you yelling at the mic? Why you always yelling at the mic?
Fucking ridiculous.
Are you okay, Joel?
No, I don't like being fucking screamed at. I get screamed at by a child all day. What the fuck you want from my life?
Okay, so do I.
Read the select. Christ.
This is from Fightful Select. Chris Jericho has been absent from AEW TV for the longest period of his run, but there's still plenty of speculation about him. As of now, Chris Jericho's contract is scheduled to conclude at the end of 2025, barring any possibility of an extension, or his deal is frozen. We've not heard him being brought up creatively in AEW, but his creative typically is discussed directly with Tony Khan. Khan himself made it clear he wants to see Jericho back. It was claimed in AEW that the relationship is still strong, but we've not heard from anyone close to Jericho on his view. Even though Jericho's contract isn't up yet, Fightful Select has confirmed that multiple companies on a national and global level are interested in using him, including WWE. We have not heard if there's been any direct conversations about him or creative ideas discussed, but he has been brought up among higher-ups in WWE. It was clarified to us a couple of months ago he wasn't discussed from a creative perspective within WWE, but a staff member did say that they felt like his mentions and references and the reactions on WWE TV to him from the audience was a good sign for his interest. One WWE source indicated that Jericho would almost certainly get offered several $millions annually to return to WWE, but said at this stage they believe AEW could match it and they weren't even sure what Jericho's motivations were.
He's going to WWE.
All right.
Enjoy that Rumble appearance. And he's going to go on Talk is Jericho, and he's going to be like, the Saudis, they're not that bad. We really had a good time when we were there. Let me tell you. It was just like when I was there in 2018, saving my best friend, Jake Hager, from people who were trying to kill him there. I think that was the story. It was somewhere in the Middle East. Was that the story? Anyway, Jericho's going to WWE. Have fun. Millions of dollars. Not Titus O'Neil. He's too busy also glazing those people.
Didn't you say El Grande Jericano? Wasn't that one of your things?
That was one of my things.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility. El Grande Jericano. How else can we do with Jericho in WWE that's not just like the base, he returns at the Rumble and does whatever. Like, what's something fun we can do with Chris Jericho?
To save myself, it was Abu Dhabi in 2018.
Okay.
That was the story with Jericho and Jake Hager, and why Jake Hager will never say a negative thing about Jericho ever, and why he'd be willing to storm the Capitol with his wife. But anyway, what else can we do with Jericho? I don't know. He'd probably do like an AI version of himself.
Oh, AI is good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it would be Jericho through the years, except for the year when he had short hair because he hated it.
Or like when he come back with the short hair, though.
He should come back as, but I'm Chris Jericho. That was the only time people really liked him again.
What was that show he hosted? Didn't he host some show?
He did, but I'm Chris Jericho. It was a web series.
Oh, it was a web series. He did host some show though, like on ABC or NBC.
Right. Yeah, what was that stupid Chris Jericho game show?
I feel like it's something with balls in it.
Downfall.
Oh, Downfall. All right, that was close.
Yeah.
Balls fall.
Contestants try to answer trivia questions and win up to $1 million while on the roof of a 10-story building in downtown LA. So what? You're trying not to die for $1 million? What is this? You gotta make. We're gonna detonate this building if you get one question wrong, and you're gonna be inside. Jericho's like, do I have to stay? No, we air you out of here real quick.
This is actually great. This is what they should do with Jericho. Just make him like a game show host, and he just gets wrestlers in rooms and then threatens to blow it up if they can't answer trivia questions. That's a great use of Chris Jericho.
His wife will be like, yeah, let me tell you, we did this one on January. Sorry. Joel, why won't Jericho talk to you anymore? He never did, first of all. Second of all, no reason.
Judgment Jericho would be very good as well. I could see him in Judgment Day. He likes to attach himself to stuff that gets like really hot, and Dom's about as hot as you're gonna be right here. So I think he could be in Judgment Day.
No. You're thinking way too high. He's gonna lead the Vision.
The Vision's high. What do you mean I'm thinking way too high?
Vision of Jericho. You're thinking too high in terms of like Dominic Mysterio is the guy. He's going to be the Vision. He's going to be Y2 Vision. They're going to bring the Jeritron 5000 back. It's going to be Jericho presents the Vision. And he's going to be the one to win the world title. None of this Braun Breaker, 28 years old. He's too young for the title.
Yeah, way too young.
Way too young. You got at least another 17 years ahead of you. So you can win one of those puppies. And then at the end of the night, you get to go to your hotel and everything's closed, so you eat pizza on the floor. That's the Jericho way, okay? And you're going to kayfabe him all the way to the end of the day, allegedly, and be like, oh, you know how you know this guy's over? It's he's winning the world title. Ha, ha, ha. And then you just walk away and you're just like, you fucking with me? And Jericho's going to spend all his time fucking with the Vision. Maybe I'm going to do it. Maybe I'm not.
What if Jericho? I like suggestions the chat's throwing out though. I really like the learning MFTs. That's really good. That's Ryan Sullivan.
Yeah, learning MF trees.
Yeah, learning MF trees. Yeah, I like that one. What if Jericho he teaches Solo math finally, and Solo hates math
and he does it poorly. 2 + 2 is 5.
What if Jericho like starts an Evolve? And he's gotta work. He starts as the WWE ID. What if on the next show, when they're announcing like we got our brand new WWE ID prospect, Chris Jericho, and like what? Huh? A 50-year-old Chris Jericho, and he's gotta work the Indies. He's gotta go to Evolve. Then he's gone NXT, and then maybe 6 years from now he'll be on the main roster, and then he can win his first world championship. It just starts all over.
It's perfect. And then he starts a Twitch stream, and then they say, you got to give us 50% of the earnings.
He's like, I know who mentioned it. Cam mentioned it yesterday, the football show with not Kenny Powers. I think it's Chase Powers, where he's like kicked out of the league. I always think of Kenny Powers when it comes to that Eastbound and Down. Great show. Yeah, fantastic show. But, you know, he falls on hard times, kicked out of the league, loses his fastball and everything, and then he works to, like, regain it. That's the Jericho story right there. We don't – where's he been for the past 6 years? What happened to Chris Jericho in the past 6 years? And they tell this whole backstory of, like, he's been down on his luck. He's been drinking a lot. He's just turned into a podcaster. You know, he's gotten television shows that haven't worked out and things like that. Like, that's what he's been up to. And it's all to come back to reclaim the glory in WWE. But he's got to start at the bottom from it and then work his way up. Just like Kenny Powers didn't go right to the major league. He had to go down to Mexico and all this stuff. Like, that's what's got to happen to Chris Jericho. He's got to start as a WWE ID prospect.
Look, the reality is he's going to be placed in an 8-man tournament, and he's going to be with a bunch of people who don't deserve it, and he's going to win the world title. And then he's going to make himself and he's going to win the tag titles.
He should team up with AJ Styles, and people can be like, they were a tag team for that one time a decade ago.
That's it. Lance Storm, out of retirement, comes in to work with Jericho. The Thrill Seekers come back. It's the same shit. Don't worry, folks. We got you. I know. But it's AEW, so it's nitpicky. Listen, the Jericho return is not going to be anything more than playing the hits. It's not going to be anything more than just what it is. And it's going to be silly too. And it's going to be stupid, just like a tag team tournament like that. It's all dumb. Wrestling is dumb, inherently so. Jericho's going to get all white to jump ship so he can bring back his tag team.
Hell yeah.
Him and Miz. Jericho and Miz are going to team together. They're going to take down the tag team of Mello and Trick, who have returned. And because the new guys can't get one up, don't you worry. Jericho's just going to come back and hold people down while holding a title. We know what Jericho's going to do. But he's going to be like, I'm getting all these people over. Look at all this TV time I'm getting for them. Yeah, then you're going to leave, and what's going to happen? They're going to go join LFI.
He should try to be in a group, and everyone's just like, no.
Hell no.
This sounds terrible. I don't want you.
We know what
my
stupid
group.
shit you do. Get out of here. He tries to join American Alpha. He's like, you're Canadian. Get out. Tries to join Los Americanos, and they're like, oh no, vámonos.
So they do the AEW reference, but without doing AEW. And so he like tries to join a group, and they turn him down, and he like walks away all sad. Like what's the gif from Arrested Development? George Michael just walking away. He walks away like that, and he's like, nobody appreciates me, and because he doesn't have any groups. And that's how you do the AEW nod of like, yeah, all your groups sucked and you didn't do anything for anybody, and that's why nobody is gonna let you in the group. Oh, Jericho trying to join the Wyatt Six would be hilarious. It up as
the Painmaker. They're gonna be like, we have we have to accept him.
Yeah, he should do total Painmaker. He comes in as just Chris Jericho the first time with Wyatt Six, and he's like, come on, guys, let me in. And then they're like, no, we're not going to let you in. Yeah, you see what I did there?
Guys,
like,
I was best friends with the guy. Here's the shirt. Here's the let me in. Here's the yeah shirt.
It's like, no, we're not going to let you in. And then so like the following week, he's the Painmaker, and he's like, come on, guys, let the Painmaker in. I'm like, what? No, you're Chris Jericho. Who's like, no, I'm not Chris Jericho. I'm the Painmaker, just like you're not Bo Dallas. You're Uncle Howdy. It's a full-on, like, just total different persona for him, but they still don't let him in.
Tries to join. Oh, God, I had one and I just forgot it.
He should try to join the Bloodline. He goes up to Roman. He's like, I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. And Roman's just like, get the fuck out of here.
Acknowledge these nuts, and just walks away.
Roman should do I'm kind of building off of Marco's here. Roman should do the Draymond Green, Paul Pierce bit where Jericho's like, yeah, I acknowledge you, and Roman's like, you looking for a retirement run? Like, they don't love you like that, buddy. You ain't getting that. That's what Draymond said to Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce was on the Clippers, and he's like, oh, I'm busting your ass and doing all this stuff. And Draymond's like, you think you're Kobe? You think you get a retirement run? They don't love you like that.
Does the TNA. He does the TNA appearances.
Oh, is that? Yeah. He's definitely got to do the TNA appearance. After he works his way through Evolve and LFG and WWID, then he goes to TNA.
And then so the system approach him, and they're like, we'll take you in. And Jericho's like, nah. And he walks away.
Nah, the system shouldn't even. The system even turns him down. He's like, yeah. Order 4 turns him down. Just everything gets turned down for Jericho. Why don't you guys appreciate me?
So all of this is just in service of Netflix giving him his own show called Everyone Hates Chris.
I mean, is that on Netflix? I think it's on Hulu. Yeah, but I don't think that. I don't know if they can get the trademark to that show. That might be copyright infringement.
Well,
the Nimitz will take him. Yeah, the Nimitz will definitely take him. Chris Nimitz.
Another old blonde guy. Yes, they will absolutely take him.
Yeah. The Nimitz will be like, oh, yeah, you're definitely in. Yeah. Another blonde guy who thinks he has a second career but doesn't.
It's the second, buddy. This is his 7th. This is Jericho in First Class would be hilarious because AJ Francis would just clown on Jericho while also being excited that he's got Jericho. Like, it's just, he's gonna be like, this guy has no idea how I work, but he's clout, so let's go. Can't battle rap you, but he'll bring in Chris Jericho.
We had plenty of ideas for Chris Jericho. I do like El Grande Jericano. That one is really good. But he should like do it and then like try to do the meme and everything, and they're just like, no.
Olay.
Get out of here, dude.
How about hell no?
We don't want you as part of our group. We want nothing to do with you, buddy. And then he's got to go off. Then maybe he can be Jericho Lee. It could be Dragon Lee. That could be AJ Lee. Who knows how to explain that? But he could be Jericho Lee out there. He wears the Dragon Lee mask, and he's skipping around, so you don't know which one he's really paying homage to. And there's a Stan Lee tie-in as well, because why not? You can do all that with Chris Jericho. He's just wearing a bunch of different masks. He loves that bit where he just like wears a bunch of different masks. He still has the Penta mask, I assume. He can try to be a Lucha Bro. Could be a Lucha Jericho.
Yeah, Lucha Jericho.
Yeah.
Go Jericho, bro.
Lucha Jera Bro is what he can do.
Seems awful. And all of this sounds like something he would pick. So Chris Jericho, if you're watching right now, hands off our bit.
No, do one of these.
Chris Jericho, if you're watching this, send us $500.
Yeah, do one of these bits.
I'll set up a GoFundMe so you can do it.
Yeah, do one of these bits. I think it'd be great. It would rule if they did this.
Jericho's just going to show up and be like, my name is Chris Jera TKO. I'm the reason your ticket prices went up.
All right, that's actually good too. I like Jera TKO.
He is the network. He does Don Callis.
Yeah.
Don Callis does Don Callis.
Yeah, they put all the. It's like when they put all the heat for Corbin of like, you're the constable, you're in charge of all this stuff. Like, you're the reason the show sucks. And that's what they do with Jared TKO. Is like, you're the reason ticket prices are so high. You're the reason that ads are on ESPN and Peacock and Netflix and everything. You're the reason that the booking is terrible and that we've taken away Pyro and that we only do 5 matches and that we're cutting all of these wrestlers and not giving them raises and everything. Blame Chris Jericho. That's what we're going with.
It's blame Chris Jericho. He's Jera TKO, and then someone comes out and he's like, actually, his name's Chris Jericho Khan. I have his birth certificate.
Is good.
He's actually related to Nick Khan, and everyone's gonna take it the wrong way. They're gonna be like, oh, he's taking Tony Khan. And it's like, yeah, that's right. Everyone hates Chris, baby.
I do like, he's the reason for the ads on the tables. They do think it's a Tony Khan thing. He cuts the same promo that Tony cut during the pandemic. He's like, there's only room for one con man in this business.
The name of this video is Everybody Hates Chris Jericho, for the record. Don't forget it.
This is a very good clip, by the way. It's a very good clip.
It's a very long clip.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Me yelling at you is a long clip too. So.
I'm fucking taking that one.
Why? I'll clip it then.
Jesus Christ, 5 minutes of you screaming in my ears.
Yeah, I'll clip it. I don't care. I think that's...
Hey,
Oh, go ahead.
Who's going to do an illegal gambling gimmick first in wrestling?
I thought they already did that with like... That's just Ring of Hallucinations. Come on now. We booked that a long time ago.
Yeah, but I'm talking who's going to do it for real.
I assume they'll do it in NXT, honestly.
I assume it'll be TNA.
TNA will probably do it too. Yeah.
Why were you guys off for a month? Oh, we had an investigation going on. Yeah. Carlos had to look into some betting that went on for Bound for Glory.
They tried to do Duke Hudson did the gambling for a while. He's like the poker player. Yeah,
poker master.
Yeah, they didn't really go very far though.
Oh, it was Maven released a WWE video, sure. When Maven got backstage at an AEW event and not at SummerSlam, I should have told you all you need to know about how Maven is working. Maven will go where you can go.
I watched the David Otunga video, and David Otunga's a lawyer. He knows about these things. He's very smart. Like, it's fine. I think he made good points. I assume he's correct in some of these points. Like, he read the language in the contract, and those contracts do seem like some bullshit that would not hold up. But the punchline to the video was, oh, WWE's not doing this because they wanted to kill Andrade's momentum. It's not like he had a ton of momentum. They're not doing it because of like trade secrets. Guys jump back and forth all the time. What if they're doing this to get Edge back for John Cena's last match? And I'm like, man, I feel like you just killed your entire credibility of this video by theorizing that they are doing all of this so they can get edge. That sounds terrible.
What law does he practice, David Otunga?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Take a look.
Lawyer 101.
Pretty much. Because like I saw you comment on that.
Well, I transcribed it.
Well, yeah, you said in the group
Oh yeah,
chat.
I did post it. Yeah, I did post a thing in the chat. Yeah,
And I was like, well, I don't need this now.
Yeah.
I am so curious about what his law background is, like what he studies for law. Because it's going to turn out to be like, oh, I'm in real estate law. It's like, oh, of course you're in real estate law. Screw you. Oh, contact. Like, there's nothing here that says, it just says Harvard Law. Like, I need to know, what are you actually, what's your law degree? What's your focus? Hashtag lawyer. You're not a lawyer. You're just a guy who does content on law. Like, give me something.
I hope he does.
I have a friend who does real estate law. I'm like, I'm going to ask him, hey, what do you think of this? He's like, he can read legalese. That's one thing, but he can't really tell you or quote sources. Like, he's not an employment lawyer. He's whatever.
Yeah.
I know employment lawyers. I can reach out to them. Shit.
Sammer does law. The infamous Sammer Katie. He does law. I don't know what kind of law he practices. We've been friends for like 15 years, and I don't know what he actually does. We're those dudes who you see in the messages of like, oh, your friends are hanging out, and your significant other asks like, oh, what'd you guys do today? He's like, hung out, drunk beer, talked about sports. And he's like, oh, how's his life going? We drunk beer, talk about sports. What do you mean, what's going on with his life? How's his girlfriend doing? We drunk beer and talked about sports. What else are we supposed to do? That's me and Sammer. Wife is always like, how's he doing? I was like, good, I guess. How's his girlfriend? We're mad about Chet Holmgren scoring 15 points in a double overtime game. I don't know how his girlfriend's doing. Stop it.
Probably happy.
But yeah, I don't
lead to this conversation.
So I don't know what kind of law Sammer practices. I can tell you his thoughts on the Thunder, though. I can very much explain you all that. Yeah, I don't know what kind of law David Otunga does. Maybe he does. I learned a lot about old people law through Better Call Saul. There's a lot of old people law in that, yeah. So I did learn a lot about that.
Kind of law does David Otunga practice? See if I can get anything here. Let's see. He's a Harvard-educated lawyer. Here's his take. I fucking hate you.
I don't think you're gonna get like an answer.
Harvard-educated lawyer, movie star, Bill's unique. Oh my God, he's a gimmick. What do you study?
I feel like he has a degree, but
reveals whether he's still practicing law. This is in 2017. Okay, are you still practicing law? I had a client a month ago who was a good kid who just had a new baby and was driving on a suspended license.
Baby law.
Oh, he is a fucking ambulance chaser. They had him dead to rights. I told him this is where you need a good argument. I pled everything down so he avoided jail time, and we got him back on the right track. So that's cool. So he's an ambulance chaser, glorified ambulance chaser. Gotcha. So at the end, he says to the video, I think it's so that Edge could be stopped from coming back. Yeah, all right. This absolutely tracks.
No, it wasn't even like, I think it's Edge coming back. He basically said like his theory was a trade of maybe WWE is doing all this to stop Andrade from working and everything. In exchange, they can get Edge in WWE, and then they will let Andrade go work with AEW. But they want Edge. Like, that was his whole theory of why WWE might be doing this. Not because they're just like, they're dicks and they just want to do this. It's because, well, they got to have a reason to do this. So what if it's this? I was like, man, it feels like you killed your whole argument here if this is your conclusion.
So Bob in the chat, I'm not calling you out in a negative way. Thank you for sending this to the chat. Said, he graduated Harvard Law in 2006, passed the Illinois bar exam, worked for Sidley Austin, one of the largest law firms from May 2005 to May 2007. Now, here's the thing. If you go and you look up what Sidley actually practices, they don't. They practice all law. They are just they are the Best Buy of law firms. You need law for crisis management, Sidley Austin. You want AI law, Sidley Austin. You want a new MacBook computer, go to Best Buy. they got everything. They are a one-stop law shop, and he worked there. I don't know in what capacity. He may have just been a clerk there, for God's sake, getting his hours, because you got to get those too before he called to the bar. But he was called to the bar in 05. Anyway, the point is, I saw the video and I was like, okay, guy who studied law gives his opinion on a contract. Does he have a background in employment law? No, he certainly doesn't seem to. But yeah. Anyway, it's a giant firm. Silly Austin. So he got a job. Good for him. Glad he got a job for those 2 years before going to WWE. Good for him. Don't know what he's doing now, but telling people that Edge not coming back to WWE is one of them.
Yeah. I was like, man, that's your theory on all of this. I don't know. That's a good video, I guess. I mean, I assume David Otunga knows a little bit. He's got a law degree. Knows more than me.
Son of a bitch.
We don't know what his law degree is in.
We don't.
He's got a degree.
Like, he can have a law degree. He just doesn't have a focus that we're aware of.
Oh, let's get David Otunga on the show. I'll reach out to him. Okay.
Well,
I'll tell him I was.
It's going to be first question. What's your focus?
Yes.
No more questions. Partner promo punch in the face. The kid you saved, John Cena and Edge.
And that would be the first question. Is like, so please let everyone know like what your practice is when it comes to law. That's what we're doing.
Oh, it's going to turn out so poorly.
Well,
I think he just did Muscle Man Malcolm an interview with him. So there you go.
Malcolm's not asking the real questions. He's asking about Waffle House.
I was told not to bring those things up. Yeah.
Nah, we love Malcolm. Malcolm's fantastic. He does very good interviews and does very fun interviews. But he is going to ask about Waffle House. Like, we know that. That's his bit. I respect it. I respect the bit.
How did this blow up overnight? Okay, never mind. Anyway, this is go to my Twitter. Y'all can find out what it is. I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not going to talk about it on the show.
Why, coward?
I'll
talk about it.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know. I got to find it first. I don't know what you're referencing.
I called someone out for using AI for the wrestling stuff.
The Hardys?
Nope. Well, I did that, but that was different. That turned into a podcast led by a guy we like.
Yeah.
No, I called out Warrior Wrestling, who are bringing their stuff back for using AI to do a graphic.
Oh yeah.
And the guy was like, "Yeah, I am the guy. I'm paid, and I chose to use AI because I find it fun." And people went after him for that too. And I'd left it alone, and I just went and looked at my timeline. I was like, "Oh, okay." People apparently had feelings about this. Anyway, don't use AI.
I choose AI because it was fun and easy. And it was my choice. Like full-time paid in full artist. If you're a full-time paid in full artist, like it feels like you should do the arts.
My boss were to see me use a tweet like that as a response, I wouldn't have a job next week. Because my boss can say, "Oh, I can click a button and do it myself for free. I'm going to do this." You're not an artist. You're a glorified lazy person. You just gave the reason why. Anyway, you gave the reason why you shouldn't be doing it. Paid in full. Sure. Good for you. You grift along, I guess. Wrestling.
I wish the best for Warrior Wrestling. They went away for a while. They liked us when they were around. They did like us. They were. Mm-hmm. Casey Navarro was on our show through Warrior. So
yep.
Yeah, I hope that I hope they succeed. You know, more wrestling promotions who can pay. Hopefully they can pay. Is good for independent talent and everything. But yeah, just using AI and then the response. Like, I don't know, just don't say anything, man. Like saying here, full-time paid artist, full-time paid in full artist.
Oh, he doubled down and made a shirt, allegedly.
I mean, sure. I chose AI because it's fun and easy. Like, okay, but...
You know what else is fun and easy? Losing your job.
All right. That was a rough response, for sure.
Not the one I would have chosen. Anyway.
Yeah.
What are we left with? We got 10 minutes left on this show. Is Chris Jericho coming back tomorrow night? He's going to be on Collision.
He's going to be on Collision, yeah.
If you haven't read the spoilers for Collision, here's your spoiler. Chris Jericho.
Spoil everything?
Are we doing Collision spoilers?
That's not a real spoiler. Collision spoilers.
Oh, you want to give real Collision spoilers?
Yeah, of course. I do it all the time. If you don't want Collision spoilers, tune out or keep listening, but mute.
Should we do SmackDown preview first or Collision first?
There's nothing on SmackDown. It's Tiffany Stratton against Kiana James and DIY against Fraxium. Great.
Woo! Exciting.
They have like nothing announced for this show. We'll see what happens. I'm sure Drew will be there, Cody will be there, whatever. But those are two kind of weak matches. We know Tiffany's going to beat Kiana unless it's a DQ because Julia runs in. And then DIY and Fraxium, they're better off throwing a tag team together and letting them win and giving them an opportunity than going with established teams who aren't going to win anything.
16 women tag team. That's all you need to do. It's all you need to do is 16 women tag team. But no, we gotta give it to the champions who already exist. Chris Jericho is gonna come back and win the AEW women's tag titles
By himself.
by himself.
Christina Jericho is going to be his partner.
No, he's gonna show up. He's gonna win them with Andrade, and then he's gonna abscond to WWE with the tag titles and Andrade. The two of them, and it was all just a big scheme to get one over on Tony Khan. And Tony will be like, all right, so those titles have been vacated, and we just have new ones right here. There we go.
Okay, imagine if Andrade returns on SmackDown. That would be fantastic. That'd be hilarious if Andrade just shows up.
Well, I'm not. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. If he were to show up again, I don't know. I don't even know what
he answers Ilya's open challenge. I don't know if Ilya's doing an open challenge, but he answers Ilya's open challenge. That's what they should do. That'd be a great match.
Is he going to get called back to WWE? Like, is this really?
I hope so.
You didn't send him to Mexico and give him the Del Rio treatment for a year, where he just shows up. He just shows up to do the house show circuits.
I hope he gets called back. I think it'd be funny. You know,
it would be very funny. All he's got to do is work the UK Indies. That's all he's got to do. Work the UK
Indies. Sign
Indies.
anybody.
Be very funny. Bring him back. Bring him back. See what happens. He lights himself on fire first appearance. Takes a big shit on the floor. Does whatever Randy Orton did in 2003. Anyway, AEW Collision is Saturday night. It's taped. Jeremy is going to spoil it for you. So you can either leave now, at which point, goodbye, or you can stick around because you don't care and you're going to watch the show anyway, like we do, and nitpick it later, I'm sure.
I ain't watching this show. I got to watch Halloween Havoc.
That's true. We'll have Halloween Havoc to talk about on Monday. Hopefully nothing ends in a DQ this weekend. Otherwise, it's going to be very sparse.
Well, it's got to be the main event. It's got to be the main event.
What, the main event of SmackDown? Oh, that's true. That's true. Hopefully nothing.
You said like anything ends in a DQ.
And last week it was a SmackDown. Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, hopefully nothing ends in a DQ this weekend in the main event because that would suck. Halloween Havoc, the main event is Trick versus Ricky Saints. Yeah. You might see a DQ finish in that capacity. Well, looks like we'll be talking about Collision and SmackDown. Even SmackDown, we'll see. Anyway, where do you want to start?
Collision, run it down.
Hangman Page has a promo in the ring.
Yeah, he's going to be like, Samoa Joe, I'm going to fight you.
Yo, spoilers, bro. $400,000 match. FTR and the Young Bucks taking on Jurassic Express and Jet Speed.
We're jacking off, everybody. We're jacking off with our new $400,000 because Jet Speed and Jurassic Express win.
The dinosaur eats every dollar he wins. And I need now that they've Marco Stunt putting out that video where he's working at a dealership now. I need Jurassic Express to go to that dealership and get a great deal on a car from Marco Stunt using their earnings from these matches. Just like, what can we buy with $200,000? As the dinosaur is just sitting there chomping down $100 bills. And Marco's like, well, first of all, stop doing that. He's like, no, that's tasty. And they buy a Ford Bronco.
That has bad connotation.
It's not a white Ford Bronco.
Well, still.
Although Jack Perry would be the kind to be like, I need a 94 white Ford Bronco. Don't ask questions.
He's got a bus. He's fine. He doesn't need a Ford
We
Bronco.
don't know if he may have had to sell the bus. We don't know.
We need him. We need them Luchasaurus in like a Lamborghini or something, like a top-down Lamborghini, and you just see this dinosaur in this, souped-up sports car. That's what we need.
Oh, Marco doesn't sell Ford? Fine, whatever. Sell him an RV. Sell him a VW, the IQ Buzz, the new electric Buzz. Do that one. I've seen one of those on the road. They look pretty sweet. Tomohiro Ishii and Pac. You can guess this one. You know this one. Come on. In fact, at this point, I can tell you all of these, and you can probably figure out the answer.
That's why I spoil it. Their matches are like they're gonna be good matches, but they should give other people an opportunity to possibly win and build momentum with them. Instead, they just have the obvious winners and losers. Tomohiro Ishii loses.
16-team tournament. You could do it.
They do 16 matches. They could just parse this down to 8 matches with some actual stakes and building stories. Instead, they got to do 8 other matches that don't make any sense, that no one could possibly care about, with people you're never going to see again or who always lose.
Tag team superstar wrestler Mina Shirakawa takes on Tekla.
Tekla wins.
Olympia from CMLL takes on someone who's not part of the tag team tournament. Very well could be, because she's on the show this week. Ty Valkyrie.
Yeah, she's losing to Olympia, and they're going to put her in a tag team tournament.
Isn't she losing to Olympia because Olympia's in a match that is on Ring of Honor soon or something?
Maybe. I don't know.
Doesn't she have Billy Starks in one of the tournament brackets for the women's pure title?
Let's pretend that's a thing.
Oh, that's what they want you to think. And meanwhile, Mina's going to be in this tournament, and she's just losing. And Ty is going to lose, but she can't be part of the tournament because God forbid. Brian Keith and Ace Austin. This is probably the one match where people are like, oh, I could see either person winning.
Ace Austin wins.
Well, thank you for that. And in the presumed main event of
that's
the show,
not going to be the main event. No.
It was the last match taped.
Yes, but
Hook and Griff Garrison have a match. Who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
Hook wins. Imagine if that is the main event. That would be hilarious if that's how they go off air.
I mean, I'm assuming the $400,000 match is the main event, and they just keep out of order because people leave during the tapings, right?
Yes, because they opened the tapings with the Hangman promo, and then they did the $400,000 match, and the Hangman promo might actually open the show, but yeah, the longer the show goes, it's like, all right, well, now it's 11 o'clock. I'm ready to get the hell out of here. I've already seen this match. I don't want to wait around for the, and the $400,000 match is cool. It's got some talent in it. I'm sure it was a great match, but it's also not a match where it's like, I want to stick around till 12 o'clock to see this match for a lot of people on school night on top of that. So it makes sense to put that early and then air it when live late.
Halloween Havoc is also this weekend.
That's
is there a match you're looking forward to? I know the main event, the world title, or I guess NXT title match.
Yeah, that's, I guess, about it. I mean, the Hardys in Dark State, at least it's a broken rules DQ, no DQ match, so it should be a little bit better than the tag match they had at Showdown. Ethan Page and Wagner should be good. Ethan Page is good. Wagner's good.
What is a Day of the Dead match?
I don't know.
It's a no disqualification match, so we're doing 2 of those without calling it what it is.
I hope it takes place in the day. This is another cinematic thing that they can't do. So it takes place in the day, and as it gets darker, they both just wither and die, and they got to try to beat each other before the darkness comes. I hope zombies are involved for sure. We got to bring back those zombies from Miz and Morrison and whoever was in that match. We got to bring those guys back. So we need zombies back.
I mean, they've done zombies in the past whenever they did Halloween shows.
Yeah, so we need zombies. We need the Yeti and the zombie out there.
Pretty sure one of those is dead. I'm pretty sure both of those men are dead.
You could just do it. No one knows who they were. It's intellectual property, right? It's like Razor Ramon and Diesel. You don't know they were Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. They were Razor Ramon and Diesel. You don't know who the Yeti and the zombie were. Just put anybody in the makeup and toilet paper.
Hardys are going to be going up against 4 guys, so who is going to make the save for the Hardys?
Joe Hendry, obviously.
Christ, you're probably right.
It's going to be broken Joe Hendry. Imagine that. Yeah.
Why do I feel like he's done this before?
They've teamed together. Yeah, they've had like the mashup theme and everything. I remember that. That's why it's gonna be them. But I don't know if he's been broken though. They've done like the Joe Hendry Hardy mashup before, but I don't think he's been broken. He's gonna be broken, Joe Hendry.
So who's the fifth though? Oh, I mean, I guess Rebby's gonna kick someone in the dick.
You don't need another. You don't need a fourth. It's just.
I mean, the Hardys have like 28 kids between them, so I'm sure that one of them can get involved. At this point, one of them has to be old enough, right?
I don't think they are. I think Maxwell is the oldest, and he's still a couple years away from being like 18.
But he's like teenager. He's teenaged.
I think maybe.
Maxwell Hardy, is that his name?
Yeah, I think he's the oldest.
No, this is not a good idea. Maxwell Hardy, Matt Hardy.
It's like Matt Hardy kids. They'll have the ages there.
Yes, King Maxwell. No, that's the youngest.
He's not the youngest. King Maxwell's not the youngest, is he?
Dude, I don't know. These things
You're looking this up.
I'm trying to. No, okay, hold on. Feel old yet? Remember, this is from May 3rd, 2004. Okay, the kid's probably like 11.
They had their first kid in 2015, so
it's 10, maybe 11.
So we got a while here. Not even a teenager.
All right, so none of those kids. Well, I mean, those kids could kick anyone in the dick. It's not that hard.
Yeah, Maxwell's he's a worker, brother.
Maybe. I mean, he is, but like maybe he'll get involved. Yeah. I just think Dark State should win, and they should just beat up the Hardys 4-on-2.
I mean, Dark State might win, but I also think we're gonna get Broken Joe in this match.
Broken Joe. If it wasn't broke enough, we got to break it some more. Yeah, I want to know what this Day of the Dead match is. It's not a coffin match. It's just a glorified hardcore match. Yeah. Zarya, Blake Monroe. Really do think Sol Ruka is okay, or at least is okay enough to be part of the match.
Yeah. We'll see how this one kind of works out. If Zarya turns, if Sol turns, if Blake Monroe just wins and they delay the turn. I'm interested in how this books out. I think it could be a good match. I think Zarya hasn't got to show too much in WWE, but she's solid and Blake is good. So I think it can be a good match if it gets a little bit of time, but it's probably going to be not devalued, but a little hindered by like the storytelling aspect of it, because Zarya is gonna look over at Sol, and Sol's gonna like get up on the apron and like, oh, she's gonna hit and all this stuff, and Blake's gonna trash talk the entire time, and so I think they're gonna do too much story and not just go out there and just like have a wrestling match.
Oh, they're gonna look at each other and it's gonna distract her, and Blake's gonna win. It's gonna be one of those. Going back to Hardys and Dark State, yeah, Dark State could win, and then they just do a Turning Point rematch on TNA because it's Full Sail. They might just do that. Sure. There's a live Impact the night before. They got to set up literally every match that they're going to announce in that show. I assume that the next, I don't know what the next week's episode of Impact is supposed to be, because I
didn't say.
I didn't watch the show, and I didn't see anyone comment on what it is. So did anyone sit through the entire Fade to Black? Did something happen? You want to tell us?
What if it's Rise to White next week?
Pretty sure that was like most of TNA in the 2000s. So
it could be that, right?
It could be anything. Javon and Slater versus
this will be fun. This will be fun.
Should be very fun. This is probably the match of the night contender.
Yeah. I mean, Javon and Leon win, but it should be a fun match.
Yeah. Well, that is the show. JC Jane, Tatum, Paxley. I could see Paxley winning. They did the reverse math this past week, but then you got to have Izzy Dame in the title picture, and that's not something I want personally. But you know what they say: it is what it is.
What's questionable? Rise to White? That's questionable.
We're just flipping things on his head. He's just doing what TNA did when he won the world championship.
I mean, earlier in the show, I kicked the Jew off and then screamed at him the entire show. So
Jesus, did you ever? Fuck.
I apologize for this screaming aspect. I'm not trying to blow out your ears or anything. I get animated because I think it's fun, and I'm trying to channel my inner Stephen A. Smith. He gets paid millions Joel. Imagine if we got there. This is how you get there. Not just having civil conversations. That doesn't pay any bills.
I'd rather be NPR and retain whatever I've got.
Doesn't pay any bills. I'm trying to get us network deals here, Joel.
Show is on Peacock for you Americanos out there. Not our show.
Yeah, it's Peacock. Yeah. We're going to be on Peacock soon because I continue to scream at people.
Yeah, it's true. WWE's going to pay us billions to do this on Peacock. Yeah. Hey, you're tearing up AEW? Come on over.
Yeah, you'll get hired before I will because you're nitpicking AEW. I'm trying to defend what they're doing.
Busted Open's going to come. Screw you. Busted Open's going to come and give me a call, right?
Maybe.
Terror Cruise with us? No, I do not.
Nah, see, you don't scream enough for Busted Open. See, I'll get hired by Busted Open before you do.
You're going to be the Jessica Tarloff on that show.
I don't get that reference.
So she is the left-wing commentator on Fox News. She's the one that has like very good arguments. And meanwhile, the other 4 fucking clucks over there just like loaning the lives, and she's like, well, actually, like, she comes with an actual opinion. So maybe I would be the Jessica Tarloff on this show. The more that I think about it,
you don't scream enough. I have correct opinions. I just present them in a very boisterous and rambunctious kind of way. That's all. I do think my mic is very loud, and I apologize. I notice that when I do like shorts, because now that I have it here instead of over here,
yeah,
like I know I'm like much louder. So I guess I probably do like need to just like turn my mic down.
Good.
I mean, well, it's too late now. I'm already
we're at the end of the show. So
yeah. Hold on. What if I turn it down? Is that like do I sound louder for everybody? I shouldn't sound louder. I turned it down, but like, do I sound like more level with Joel?
Well,
because I do.
What'd you turn it to?
66. It was on 77.
Probably bring that motherfucker down to 25 at this point.
25?
No, I'm just kidding. It's because
people need to hear me a little bit.
You get more animated with your range.
Yeah.
And as a result, you are the worst person to do radio with for that reason. If I was a producer, I would be hating my job. And some days I do. So for you, it's different. Well, it's fine. Did someone say Joel watches Fox News? No, I see the clips that Ace posts on socials. I am aware of what people are saying on either side of the aisle. Boy, am I. Yeah, they're going to get – Peacock's going to come calling for JP from Toronto. They're going to get sitting here just like screaming my shit. No, thank you. I don't need that in my life. I have enough things going on. No, not interested. Anyway, is there anything else we have to plug before the end of the show?
No, you still mad at me?
Yes, I'm always mad at you. Perpetually mad.
Honestly, fair.
Listen, when those women's tag titles go away in 2 years, we're gonna say Joel was right, and y'all are gonna be eating crow.
I mean, yeah, the Hex would have saved them.
The Hex would have saved them.
They wouldn't have gone away if only the Hex had been part of the tournament.
I'm starting to understand why people get on Kate for her views sometimes, because she can be very passionate about things that I agree with as well. This being one of them.
You gotta, the passion is there. I don't lack the passion out here.
The reality is, even if in 1 month they scrap the entire tag team division, I would absolutely have forgotten that we had this conversation by like tomorrow. Here's a good example as we start to wind down, or as we do wind down. I'm in therapy yesterday, and my therapist and I are talking about following up on what we talked about 2 weeks ago. And she explains it without explaining it exactly what had happened. And when she finally finished explaining it, she's like, and what do you think? And I said, you're going to have to remind me what happened 2 weeks ago, because I do not remember. And this was about a fight that I had with somebody. And I was just like, yeah, you got to have to. I was, no. And then she told me, she's like, oh, got it. So yes, I have a good memory. I also have a shit memory. I get it. Tag division could have been better. That's the point.
Do you bury me to your therapist, Joel?
No, I bury you to my wife. It's easier.
Oh, fair. I mean, that's very fair, honestly.
Your wife just doesn't message me anymore like she used to. I get it. She hates my guts. It's fine.
I don't think she hates you, but, you know,
wow.
I tell you.
That's fine. I get it.
I don't know.
I get it. My wife hates me too. I get it. It's fine. She doesn't actually. We're good. All right, let's get out of here. Is there anything else?
What did we accomplish here today, Joel?
Do not listen to athletes give their opinion about going to murderous regimes. Also, Chris Jericho is going to come back and be the worst of the best of us, and no one will like him, but for some reason, he'll be a champion. The AEW Women's Tag Team titles are snake bit, but Jeremy doesn't agree with me. Billy and Athena, this is how they're going to tell the story going to Final Battle. And the Hardys in Dark State is not a cinematic match. It will instead be contested within the confines of the arena at Halloween Havoc. Oh, also, there are lots of ways to make terrible, terrible wrestlers. There are a lot of really bad wrestlers that can make bad wrestlers.
I think the biggest thing we accomplished is that, as usual, I was correct, Joel was wrong, and I was correct because I was louder in my opinion than Joel. And I made Joel angry with how loud I was, and that's a huge accomplishment on this show.
You annoyed me, but sure, why not?
That's fine. That's fair.
It's fair. I'm used to it. We're back on Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern. You know what to do. Leave a thumbs up on the way out. And look for the clips. We got plenty from the week dropping all throughout the weekend. So for Jeremy Lambert, you know who.
No.
It's Friday. I haven't done a Friday show in a couple of weeks. Here we go.
What do you mean? You were on last week, weren't you?
I think I switched with SP3. Or was that 2 weeks ago?
I think it was 2 weeks ago. So you were literally here last week. It's Friday. It's tradition. You know what the deal is. Joel, come
I
on.
have once again proven that I do not remember what happened yesterday, let alone a week ago. So really,
he's really trying to get out of here. He's like, I'm tired of this fucking guy today.
I just checked out of everything.
Mana, the final boss. And here we go. This is how good. The final. God damn, that's good shit.
And here we go. Damn, that's good shit.
We're back again. Monday. We'll see who had DQ finishes and who didn't.
Gonna yell at Joel some more on Monday.
Please don't. I don't need that in my ears. All right, ladies, gentlemen, friends beyond the binary. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.